Hello. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness,
We are
we're
live.
back. We're live.
We're here. We're live.
We're
'Cause
live.
Last week we weren't live.
We were not.
Pre-live.
We were
But now we're
pre-live,
live.
pre-recorded, but because that was Halloween, and
Halloween.
people have lives on Halloween. But we are
busy.
back this week. I have been chomping at the bit to get back to the table with these wonderful, lovely people. Welcome back to At the Edge of All Things, our interim campaign here at Blackwater D&D. I know we've been a little bit quiet across the socials, but Twitter's also dying right now, so sorry about that.
So stinky over there.
It's a stinky place over there.
Stinky.
Holy moly. So I have some very quick announcements, and then we are going to get into the good stuff that you came here to see tonight, which is the Dungeons and Dragons. So let me pull up my notes. Okay, here we go. A big thank you to our sponsors, Legendcraft, a nerdy woodworking company from Calgary. Check them out, and if anything tickles your fancy, enter the code Blackwater at checkout for a discount. I jumped around. We are also proud to be sponsored by Syrinscape because epic games require epic sound. We also have an amazing partner in Legend Keeper. This is the ultimate world building tool created by DMs for DMs. You can create comprehensive wikis and atlases, share specific pieces with your players with its private by default nature, and allow for real-time collaboration. There are no limits on storage or creation with its beautiful and easy to use interface. We have been talking about UIs for programs for the last half an hour, and boy howdy, Legend Keeper is a good one. You can type Legend Keeper in the chat for more info.
Love segue here. Oh.
Sorry, what's the segue?
Speaking of bad UIs.
Speaking of bad UIs, no, I can't say that. Love, as always, to our campaign artist, Tiana Kovacevic. You can find her at miss._marston on Instagram. We are also very excited to announce that we have a new dice sponsor for campaign 2. And I can't wait to show you what this wonderful, wonderful dice patron has been creating for us. I saw proofs of my dice the other week, and I'm so excited for campaign 2.
I don't know what color. You say this every week.
Roz, there's a running thing here. I only play blue characters for main campaigns. So for every main campaign that Blackwater will ever have, I will be blue in some capacity.
I mean, you're also kind of blue in the interim campaign.
I know.
Wait a minute.
So I'm really excited. There's some blue in there, and it's very pretty. We have merch. We have a Discord, which is the most wonderful place on the internet. Please come hang out with us. And we also have a meticulously curated YouTube with over 1,700 hours of content. So our mods are going to be putting up links to those in the chat right now. A big thank you to those of you who subscribe to us. Don't forget to re-up your Twitch Prime subscriptions, as they don't roll over every month, but regular subscriptions do. So if you'd like to support our show above and beyond a subscription, you can type !donate in the chat and do that. We're also just really thankful to have you here week after week telling your friends about the show. Boy, howdy, warms my heart in so many different ways, and I love that. Before I get to scheduling, I have kind of a fun announcement that I've been very shiny about all week, and Tim hasn't. I just don't shut up about it. Our overlay boxes are all mixed up.
I was so confused
What
by chat because
happened?
they were like, Faye
I'm
has a
in
really
the
nice
right place.
beard.
I was like, why do I have a nice beard?
Adam looks really good with bangs. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm so sorry. Enough of us
So
are in the right
confused.
place that it didn't even register in my brain.
It's like when you have the first and
We'll
last letter
fix.
of a word and you can still read it.
It's fine. I'm
There we go,
honored
fixed
to
it,
be
sorry.
Bam.
Literally
so...
just Cody and Em were in the right spot.
The only
He's like,
people that
I'm
matter.
good, so it's
I'm
fine.
good.
The only people that matter. No, I'm just kidding. I love all of you.
Sorry, I only look at myself. I don't know what to tell you.
So
Hey, I'm in the right place. We get to go.
I am very, very excited. I am going to be one of the leads in a brand new audio fiction podcast that is coming out called Somewhere, Ohio. It's a sci-fi horror podcast. It is the kind of sequel to the Dead Letter Offices of Somewhere, Ohio, which came out last year by the fantastically talented Rat Grimes, who I have had the pleasure of working with, as well as just an amazing cast of wonderful people. Holy bananas. I am so excited to show this to you. I play Scarlet Jaunt, a tough on the outside, but very soft and squishy on the inside powerhouse of a femme who loves vegan food and horror flicks. And I adore her very, very much.
She
So I'm
sounds
very
so
excited.
different from you, though, Em. I mean,
It's so different from me.
So different.
So this has been a really wonderful project that I'm honored to be a part of, and you can follow it on Twitter at Somewhere Ohio to get all the intel on it. You can there's a bunch of casting updates and some teasers that will be dropped over the next month before the podcast premieres in December. So stay tuned for more information about that. Yay, I'm shiny about it. For programming for us this week, of course, this is our interim campaign. You can type !edge to find all the info about it. We have Rage Saga on Wednesday with Adam.
We do. I knew that.
We sure do. It creeps up on us every month.
I'm sorry. What is that?
The Raging Bulls
Saga,
series,
the Raging
which
Bulls
is,
Saga.
Three Minotaur Barbarians, just trying to get a job done.
Just trying to get a job done. It's myself and Cody
Raging
and
Bulls.
our wonderful friend Eric.
Oh my God.
It's a delightfully fun time where we all play as.
How many times have they been in a glass shop?
Once.
They weren't in a glass shop. Porcelain.
They were in a porcelain town.
Many people died that day.
Sean's character killed everyone.
It was very intense. So we are back with the Rage Saga on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here at Blackwater D&D. We will be back on Saturday, hopefully for some world building. We try not to push too much pressure on the world building sessions because it's hard to be creative when life is throwing a bunch of stuff at you. So if Adam and I have the spoons for it, one of us will be there. But if not, you can come back again next Monday. We are on episode 5 of this 8-part miniseries.
Oh my God.
And I have some very exciting announcements. Campaign 2 is on the horizon, everyone. And we have some very, 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 very exciting stuff in the works about it. We're hoping to bring you some information a bit more later November for hopeful premiere in early December. But if not, we will be back for certain, one way or the other, in January. So there will be some big teasers and stuff coming out very, very soon. So stay tuned to all of your good stuff. And I know you're like, but Em, you said November, and Em, you said December. I know I did. But good
Life
things
moves
take
fast.
time. Good things take
Also,
time.
if it were happening in November, then you wouldn't be getting all of this sweet D&D goodness.
Exactly.
Also, like, we're producing stuff. It's hard.
It's
Go
concentration
easy
is
on
very
us.
difficult, okay?
Making content is not easy.
Yeah.
I
It just doesn't
looked
pop
at-
up out of nowhere. It's
I
weird.
used to look at Twitch streamers and be like, fuck, what an easy time. And then I did it for a bit and I went, fucking hell, this is hard.
Fools, all of them.
So lastly, whether you are new with us tonight or you have been with us for ages, thank you so much for your support. We love you immensely and hope you feel very, very welcome at our table. Roll the clip, Cody. Roll the clip. Roll the clip. Roll the clip.
Hello and welcome to the Edge of All Things, episode 5, The Return. Last we left off, the party had been tasked by Embris to head to one of the 4 major elemental cities to retrieve, hopefully, a member of the various families or houses that are attached to the crown's But on their way to docking bay 9, they were accosted lightly accosted.
Just a
Little
light murder.
light stabbing
Mm.
and Smoke had a little nap for a tiny bit. During the chaos, Onyx saw a figure sniping into the crowd. They pulled away and got aboard the Chimera, which quickly disembarked from the Andolu, headed east towards the Flame Capital. As they flew, Shren realized that they had somewhat of a stowaway. Realizing aboard, hidden, was Vellix, an old contact of his, an emerald dragonborn. They made their way all the way to the east, in Eastfall. Easy name to remember. I don't know why I forgot it. They made their way to Eastfall, where they found the vault in which the royal family had been secured and hidden, had been broken into by a multitude of elemental monstrosities. They managed to take down 2, and finding their way into the inner, more vaulty vault, the vault within the vault. It was a kind of inception vault.
The vaultiest vault.
They found that another of those elemental monstrosities had been locked within and had died, causing a large explosion. On the floor before them, they see a young boy, somewhat injured, but majoritively unscathed. And over top of him is a badly burnt man who is still breathing, it seems. By the looks of things, most everyone else in this room is dead. Long rest, Tim, to answer your question. Long rest. I'm very high energy today. I've had so I'm like, yeah. You see, I believe that, as I said, that's where we're going to end it this session. You were in the midst of wanting to do something, so
yes. Do you have your verse first?
We do. Fuck, I'm all over the map today. This is going to be a good one.
I'm excited. You're excited.
Going to be a good one.
I can't play D&D now without a verse of poetry first.
As with every episode, we start episode 5 with a verse. The tide takes what the land provides. The land renewed by cleansing fire. The fire burns as the winds they rise and blow it all back unto the tide. The pillars 4 must stand aligned since the days the pact was signed. If broken oaths and honor crack, borrowed power will be taken back. Welcome to episode 5, The Return.
So Smoke is in the midst of running forward to to help this sweet boy and the person who has very clearly saved him.
Sure, hope this ain't a trap.
Also, thank you for the bits of Anson Media. Thank you so much.
As you reach down for the boy, an iron grip wraps around your wrist, painful in how tight it is, how strong these hands are, despite the horrific burns. And you hear the pillars crumble, and the man falls unconscious.
In the split second that I'm there, the boy looks uninjured or like less injured. He's
hurt, but
conscious.
Like scathed would be a good
scathed. Okay.
Like I said unscathed earlier. Incorrect. He is scathed, but like in the most,
but only slightly.
Yeah, like I feel like if I heard something was like, oh, I got scathed in that, like in the explosion, I was scathed. I'd be like,
this kid's like
you're
skinned
fine
his knee,
then.
like those shirts.
Yeah,
he's
got like light burns. He
and
looks
serious mental trauma for the rest of his life.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Certainly.
Oh,
little.
You ain't got a little.
I am gonna
That's
use
internal. You're looking at the external.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. Let's pop a second level Cure Wounds into this wonderful gentleman who has obviously very clearly saved.
Roll an Arcana check.
Oh boy.
Or a nature check.
I'm so good at that now.
We're gonna do Arcana because Baby A is good at those. Yeah, that's super great. That's gonna be a 24.
Okay. Great. So you reach down and start unleashing your healing magics, and it's resisted. And you push, and you watch black veins start creeping up your arm, and you manage to turn the magic so that what you were doing doesn't turn back on you, and you push it away, but you are unable to heal this man. Any attempts to do so seem like, to a less proficient magician, could harm the caster.
He's unconscious?
He's unconscious, yes.
grab
Seemingly stable, though.
I grab the boy from underneath and I gently pull him out. I go, it's okay. I got you.
He is warm to the touch, his flame red skin reminiscent of his father.
It doesn't bother me. I'm around a fire genasi all the time.
Are there any other children in this room?
Because
I know you said that there were other people in the corners, but are there any other kids?
Make a perception check.
A perception check.
I'm gonna turn to the group, any of the spell casters or magic users, and I say, wards, assuming that we will protect the area.
Okay.
Perception.
As a bonus action, I'm
21.
going to set up my protective Eldritch Cannon right next to myself and the boy.
Okay. As you look around, Ember, it's the paradox of these sort of situations where you have to look, but what you find makes you regret looking, because yes, there are, but
I don't know, my feet.
it seems like none super young, but other than this, this kid who's maybe about, I think I said 9 or 10, looks to be the youngest of anyone in this room. But there are some teenagers, some younger people who wouldn't have found a danger in their life if danger had not found them.
Okay, and they're you said last time that there were about 10 to 15 people in the room ish.
Near enough, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
At a count, because you're very perceptive, you count 13 bodies and the man and the boy.
13 bodies, meaning they're alive,
Corpses.
or are they?
There's 13 corpses.
Okay.
And
I'm
the boy is
exactly
really
a
big.
mathematician, but I doubt just 2 of these elemental fellows was able to do all this. You think probably there's more around. Maybe we should hurry back to the ship.
We should take the boy with us, and the man who saved him too. He's stable, but I can't heal him. It's like his body won't let me.
So it's just to clarify again one more time, just the 2 of them that lived, because I remember you said that there was the whole.
I did. There was a
protection thing,
barrier.
but-
You see, they look relatively unscathed from any fire, but you see an effect of the barrier created almost like a vacuum.
Gotcha.
So the flames were stopped by the barrier, but they sucked any air
Out of it.
beyond that barrier out.
Sure.
And so the people within unburnt. The mage, his arms are burnt down to the elbow, but the people within look various shades of blue. Even the air genasi or water genasi that kind of tend that way anyway.
Gotcha. Okay.
They suffocated?
Yeah.
Okay.
How big is the protector boy?
The man,
Yeah.
he's like 6 foot,
So he's a big dude. Okay.
muscular. Yeah.
Is the what? And I look down at Are you the prince?
The boy is not conscious.
You told me he was conscious, but
Sorry.
scathed.
He is scathed and unconscious.
Okay, well then
I
I'm going to
apologize.
put cure wounds into him as well. Did I expend the spell slot for the larger gentleman as well?
Yes.
Okay, that's
What
fine.
you can tell from the boy is like he does have some light injuries. He's just been like knocked
Yes, I understand.
out. Yeah.
So I'm going to put a cure wounds into him to stave him away from any sort of danger.
Okay.
I'll put a first level cure wounds into him then. So that's going to be... I missed that grave cleric feat where you can just max heal. That is going to be 7 points of healing.
Yeah, you
to
see some
him.
of his burns get a little less red.
And I go, okay, buddy, here we go. And I'm going to pick him up and I'm going to carry him back to the group.
Of course.
Adam, do we know about what the funeral rites of these people would be?
Make a history check for me.
Onyx would bend down and try to help pick up the larger unconscious man.
Oh yeah, I was gonna pick him up.
16.
I'll take a ride if we're giving them out.
Are you
I have
also
luckily
injured?
a +8 to history. That was real low.
Right. In a sad twist of irony, most fire genasi tend to be cremated.
Can I would like to cast detect thoughts on the guard.
The burnt man.
Yeah.
Okay. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, buddy.
Wow.
Wow.
Definitely my strong suit. No. That's a 13.
Oh, boy.
Okay, you watch as Vellix kind of focuses down, and you see like a ripple of flame from the body of the creature, almost entwined with this man. This man seems so... He looks burnt to his bones almost. Like on parts of him, it looks like impossibly burnt. And as you reach into his mind, you see fire, flame, ice, and stone. You see a cavalcade of chaos and elemental power, and you are launched backwards into the wall. And you take 18 points of bludgeoning and psychic.
That really hurts.
You all hear a sickening crack as Vellix is flung into the wall.
Felix.
Vellix! Oh man, he likes it when you call him that. I run over and I try to gather him back up.
I'm gonna find, I guess Ember at this moment, but I'm also looking for Vellix. And I'm just gonna look back to the group. We should burn them all. To leave them here. As ashes. To ashes.
Well, you're the mage, aren't you?
Makes sense
thought-
to me.
Maybe as a group, we could do this together.
Should we build a
I'm gonna
pyre?
take the boy back to the ship.
Don't go alone.
Okay.
I'll come with you. I'll I'll bring him, and I'm gonna try and pick this dude up. I'm
Okay.
pretty strong.
Of all the
so-
people to do this, you are the right person, because as you touch him, you feel smoldering heat. But it abates a little bit as you touch him, as you notice your medallion in your pocket presses, kind of leans forward and touches his chest.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the extra ones that I have and put one in his pocket, and then I'm actually gonna walk over to the prince and put one in the prince's pocket as well.
As the medallion rests on this man, you see the cracks in his skin that almost show the fire burning underneath fade a little bit as you lift him, and you and Smoke take this young man and this very badly injured man out to the ship.
That's a good idea, MB. If he was protecting the prince, then obviously the king is going to want to... Maybe the king left him in charge of him or something.
I'm sure that if he is left in charge of the king's son, that he's probably relatively important.
Yeah. I couldn't heal him, though. It was like I reached out to heal him, and it almost looked like an oil slick. Up my arm, there was like vein. It hurt under
As
my
you
skin.
look at the hand that you used to cast healing on this man, those black veins that had started to grow before you managed to redirect the magic, little stone veins in your hand. They don't feel stiff or hard or anything, but they are grey like stone.
Well, that's new. I hope that is it the hand that I use as like my primary hand for tinkering? That's a bummer.
You don't feel any like
I
restriction
know.
in movement.
Not yet.
I'm gonna look
Not
at it all
yet.
the time.
Well,
Distracted a little.
don't give me ideas.
Get out of here, Adam. You can take so much away from me, but you can't take my tinkering, okay? You can't take that from me.
sounds like tinkering is really important to you, and
Oh my
would be
I'll get it.
Shame
I'll
if you
get
were
it.
to
Sort of a vulnerability.
Shame if you were to lose it. So
Oh, no.
Nice tinkering you
what
got
would you
there.
do?
we carry the two back up to the ship and try and find some. I suppose somewhere. Smoke would try and find somewhere comfortable for the prince. And
As you
Faye wouldn't leave him.
As you step outside, a concerning view greets you.
Fun.
Not close, but up on the hill, you watch as a stone as the pieces of rubble that had once been held aloft above the city, that magic seems to have abated. The sky is falling as the city resettles back to its original place. That one closer.
I'd send a message to Onyx inside. Onyx, we gotta go. We gotta go now.
Why?
The sky is falling. I'm not
No,
I'm not
you're-
joking, okay?
Okay.
Onyx, as you say okay, you hear the above, pretty far up, you're deep in the ground, a rumble and some loose dust is shaken free.
Everyone, I'm not joking. Sky's falling.
Mira! Take off.
Adam, I just
Absolutely.
want to know. I just want to take before we light them up, which we can do. And quick inventory, ages, basic description. Just
I
take
thought
quick
you were
note.
gonna try and like take stuff off of their body.
No.
And I was like,
I did
No, I
consider
just
it
wa-
before the
I didn't-
flip.
With
With
Guys,
little
I-
pickpocket. Do any of them have?
Real
Did you
nice
check your
watch.
messages?
This guy has a nice watch.
Great watch.
I just
Can I
wanna
take
know
a cursory
in case
glance
somebody
just on my
asks.
way out?
Any little bits of bread?
You see
No.
the ages range from about 14 or 15 to about 60, or like the equivalent of those ages given whatever race they are. You see 2 elves, but mostly fire genasi, a couple of humans, but the majority fire genasi.
Just so in case anybody asks, we have a brief description. We light it up and flee.
Okay. How do you light it up?
Onyx, do you want to do the honors? This is your first funeral.
Okay, I don't want it to seem disrespectful. Onyx, so with the we leveled up last session or whatever, like here till now. I know we
You
haven't had a long-
level up after the
I-
next long rest.
Right, I know we haven't had our long rest. Can I use a spell that I got though, like thematically, like because of the
Sure, I can say
9?
that is the catalyst of your level up. Is you in this moment you feel this surge of passion, something that's unusual for your people. It's you're a very mechanical people. You feel this surge. What passion is it? Is it rage? Is it sorrow? Is it fear? What do you feel in this moment as you look at these bodies?
I think Onyx would feel curious. Because as far as Onyx is concerned, they're gone.
Okay.
And so this feels very... This isn't for them. This is for those left behind. I think with that, I would like to use a Chardalon Stride.
Ooh.
Okay.
The billowing flames of a dragon blast from your feet. I figure this would be a very, like, in sort of the artificer and tinkering, maybe alongside of Berg and Smoke and Shren's help, Onyx has upgraded themselves. And I would like this to, again, to seem more respectful, I'd like this to start in Onyx's heels as you see the metal start to heat up around their feet and course through their body and out from their hands. You see a deep flame start to burn.
Okay. Make a spell casting check with proficiency. But that would be wisdom for you as a ranger.
It would be wisdom plus proficiency.
Can we help?
Burgundy can uniquely help in this situation, yes. As you see Onyx tap into an internal magic to summon forth fire in this, a volatilely fire-based place. And you can give advantage as you try to... Berg, you reach back into the magic you use to unravel the Tedratic Armiger. That suppressing magic to stop the chaos. And you see a similar strain of magic start building within Onyx, and you use your magic weaves to try and abate some of that. So you may make that roll, Onyx, with advantage.
Thank you so much. I have a plus 6 to this with proficiency. Okay. That is a 19.
Nice.
Okay.
Well done.
The fire grows at your feet. Your metal grows red hot. And for a brief moment, you feel swollen, like a pressure inside is building. And then you feel the magic from Burgundy alleviate that pressure. And the fire releases. And it is brighter and hotter than you intended. It is blinding and so hot. It incinerates everything in this room. You even see some of the stone start turning to slag. Movements and ripples in the ground beneath you as it heats beyond hot. And this magic erupts from you beyond your control, but controlled enough that it doesn't harm you. Casting fire magic in this place is perhaps dangerous.
We have to go.
You all run through the main chamber, through the rubble, around the broken and crushed parts of the tunnel, and emerge outside as parts of rubble fall from above, and you hightail it to the Chimera.
Smoke's
Shren.
already got it essentially ready to go, and like
Okay, so
Yeah.
with advantage, Shren,
Yeah.
make a piloting
course.
check.
What's that going to be? Dexterity based or intelligence based?
This one is going to be dexterity because you are
Alright.
trying to be
Alright.
fast and
With
accurate.
God for advantage.
Fast and furious.
So 15 plus. If it's a dex save or a dex check. Either way, it's
It's
plus
with
3. Doesn't even
proficiency
change.
because
Okay, gotcha. So
because you
15
are you are proficient with this ship, so
That's right. 19.
19. So you throttle into gear and pull away from the ground. Somewhat difficult task, given that you landed the mirror free of moorings, which is not an easy thing to do with an airship. You do feel a bit of a like across the bottom as you kind of scrape a little bit, but you pull away with relative ease. As the rubble above starts to fall, you cut hard so that you can get above it, and you watch as it all tumbles back down and settles below. And you have 2 days before you reach the Andolu. What would you like to do?
I don't know if you said this and I missed it, or if I
might
just
have.
forgot to ask.
Might not have. It's very
What?
easy.
Fucking Adam.
No, it's listen.
What?
A lot's going on for my brain today, so
He's
it's
guessing
very
ending
likely. Yeah,
Before that's even
Um,
said.
yeah.
What race was the guard of the prince?
It is hard to tell.
Ooh.
He is tall. He is male. He is humanoid. But it is the common markers between Genasi or orc or human. They're burnt away. It's hard to tell what this man is.
Okay, cool.
Um,
And in fact,
the-
Faye, I had not said because of that exact tidbit.
Because of that,
so
it re-
thank you for
Cool,
asking.
cool, cool. Yeah, you're welcome.
yeah.
I'm glad I could help you
Yes.
narrate some things today.
does the boy rouse at all over like the first until we like reach our rest that night?
Yeah, I think the boy sleeps a trauma sleep,
Yeah.
but is not unconscious, but is not conscious, if that makes sense. It's like not
to rouse,
medically
understand.
unconscious, but not awake.
Okay.
I
I would essentially be tending to him.
Ember
Smoke wouldn't
also
move.
wouldn't leave the kid like unattended. Like she would also be just like watching that the entire time.
Okay.
Does he seem like agitated in his sleep, or is it pretty like?
It seems like there are most likely nightmares, but nothing beyond. You like as the sorcerer that you are, you have the like innate ability to go into people's minds, right?
Yeah, like limited telepathy. Yeah.
Yeah. You like just briefly look at the surface, dreams, and it's like fire and monsters and snarling faces.
You take 18 bludgeoning damage.
And you take you get flung off the side of the ship.
I'm dead.
And I
Stop
Bye.
doing it, I said.
I would.
And
cast
that's a season
calm.
wrap on Tim. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
for
so
having
much.
me.
Joining us, cool,
It
cool,
was
cool.
inspiring.
I would cast calm emotions on him. Just kind of help.
You, as you're in
And hope
his
it doesn't hurt
mind,
me.
you reach out, and the snarling face of the monster becomes the smiling face of his father. The heat of the explosion becomes the pressure of his hand in his mother's hand. You change the aspects of these dreams so that they are not terrifying. You calm his mind, and he settles.
As Vellix is standing there doing that, how did you learn how to do that?
I was born this way.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not something I ever studied. It's just intuition.
Make
I
an
understand.
intelligence saving throw, Vellix.
18 bludgeoning.
Jesus Christ.
So,
It's
so little
coming.
health.
It's just
That's an 8.
Yes.
As you say, I was born this way, you get a pressure, like a headache, and a flash of blue, crystalline, flash of purple, a sense of family, lingering sense of loss, all in a flash. And then they're gone as you kind of wince at the pain in your head.
Do I see the wince?
Yeah, I would say it's a kind of grimace.
Are you okay?
Just a headache.
Oh,
I should go lie down.
I mean, you look pretty beat up. Make sure you get some good sleep. But did you want some healing before bed or anything?
No, you save it. It's all right.
I
Vellix,
think I still got your cot over there.
You fit right in, Tim. You fit right in.
Vellix, thank you.
Of course.
I know what it's like to have nightmares. So, I can't fix them like you can, but I really appreciate it, and I can tell you he does too.
Yeah.
I don't know where you came from, but I'm glad you're here.
Me too, I think. Guess we'll
Let
see.
me- Let me know if you need anything, okay?
I will.
Okay.
Good head out.
One last flash as Smoke says, I don't know where you came from. You hear the child's laughter, or children's laughter. You feel a brief moment of nostalgia, and then again gone in a flash.
Okay.
Shren, what do you do?
Go over to my friend Smoke. Hey,
Oh, hey, Shren.
I know you're worried about this kid. He's gonna be out for a few hours, it looks like.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
Do you need something?
my girl's hurting. And I figure, well, you ain't a doctor. You're a damn miracle worker with a wrench, so...
Yeah, okay.
How about we let
Flattery
the kid
gets you
sleep?
everywhere. Flattery gets you everywhere.
Yeah, let's go over here and check something out. I want to get Smoke away because I want to ask Smoke a question. And I want to get her away from the group to do it.
Smoke would absolutely follow you. Like, there's nothing, like, seeing that Ember would be around the prince, and, like, as long as the prince was stable, it would go.
And it's not a lie. We are going to go fix
Totally.
Mira, but I'm explicitly trying to just get away from the group a little bit because...
Yeah, I'm assuming we would head down to where the hull was damaged, and you'd see Smoke, like, taking out her tools, and she, like, takes off of her jacket and is, like, ready to start putting the goggles on.
Would likely not head down.
Oh.
Most of the hull damage is external.
Oh. Well,
You
Smoke
get to do
just starts
some
putting a
on
harness
the
on.
just driving on like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Smoke just starts like getting a harness on and just starts like getting all of that stuff ready. So where did you see the damage, Shren? I can rappel down the outside. That's fine.
Yeah, the cat can give you a hand with it. You know, Fidget's good with tools and all that out there.
Yeah,
But,
of course.
You know, I got something on my mind. It's been stuck in there for a little bit now.
What's wrong?
We was on that ship, and all them explosions started happening.
On the Andolu, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Are you mean in the skyport?
Yeah, in the skyport, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've seen you, you know, and the way you work and all the things you do, and you always get so excited by things like that, you know? You always light up real bright.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't that time.
No, I didn't. You're right.
So you know something I don't?
I like to think I know a lot of things you don't, Shren.
Fair enough. Well, the damage is right there. I'll give you a hand, but...
Shren.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Shren,
Yeah.
from one fixer to another, you always have a plan B, right?
At least.
So that was my plan L through Z. And, didn't quite go the way I wanted.
It so often doesn't, huh?
Now, I've told you that as a sign of trust. So don't
True.
fuck me over with it, okay?
Oh. I wouldn't dream.
Or I'll gut her. You got it?
Clear as crystal.
Good.
Take good care of her. She's a good
I'll
old girl.
extend my hand to Shren.
I love this party so much.
Shake the hand.
And we shake it.
Uh,
And I go and I put my harness on and I
Yeah.
go and start fixing his ship.
you go down on the hull, buffeted by the wind, fixing what you can, like holding on for dear life.
There's
As
a
you
cat.
No.
weld
This
parts
is like-
together.
Smoke is absolutely like doing the thing where it is just like jumping from one point
Oh,
to another, like
no.
absolutely going on the
Smoke
breeze.
is-
Like,
Smoke is 100% in their element.
Yeah.
But you're also flying at a very high pace on the side of
I
a
love
ship. It's
I
like
love it.
very much in the element, but you're still like kind of getting flung. Like you jump and you just are like on the other side of the ship. Like it's controlled chaos for Smoke.
you see Smoke's, like, as Smoke is standing on the edge, she unbraids her hair and it just like flies behind her,
Yeah, like a flapping flag in the wind. Just
and it does not bother her in the slightest, and it does not impair her ability to craft. And I will cast mending. I will do some. Do you want me to do some tinkering checks on the hull?
No, the damage is relatively superficial.
It took 12.
So you kind of you managed to fix the 12 damage that was taken. You even get below and kind of polish off the scrape that the bottom took lifting off.
And if there's anything that like bigger dents that I know that the other stuff, like the recent damage, didn't make, I'm gonna fix that too.
Yeah, you do a couple of like decals and
This is the prettiest
some
this ship
lights
has
at the
ever
bottom.
looked.
It's
You put
fucking
some
immaculate, okay?
you put some,
She's got heart, you know. It's not always how they look.
Smoke would never leave a job looking half-assed.
No,
Smoke, like me, whole asses their entire life.
Absolutely. So Smoke
Full
spends a
ass.
decent amount of time on the side of the ship, whole assing in the buffeting wind.
So, love it.
Burgundy, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna ask Vellix some questions.
Absolutely. You'd find he's just lying in a hammock. And as soon as you walk in, he kind of opens his eyes. Hello.
I suspect that you know a lot about the rest of what happened in the rest of the world.
And I don't, actually.
Where were you?
Um,
Can I
I
show
was-
you my thoughts?
please, yes.
So I want to pull Vellix into a room. I will set an alarm. I'll even spend a spell slot to keep everyone else out.
Okay.
Alarm
Absolutely.
is set.
What's
Is
I
happening?
this
love
a-
this party. I love
Is
this
this,
party.
is this a everybody take your headphones out moment? Like,
Sounds like.
I mean, it's up to what Tim knows, and what Tim's willing to share.
Okay.
I will also spend a 4th level spell slot to cast Leoman's secret chest, because I'm gonna hide anything that we discuss in my notebook in the chest.
amazing.
And I'm just gonna spread all the information out across the desk, and I want to know, Vellix, I want to know everything you know, and this is everything I know.
Oh my god.
And I will share with Vellix the moment from the forest where we knew that Iron Will were supposed to collect something, and this item and everything I know about it from the spell and what happened, and connect with us. You are from another part of the world, and this is not one conflict as much as we are part of a small piece, because we are only small people.
I will also clarify, 'cause I don't know if I clarified this to the party. I did clarify this to Tim, but one of the members of the Iron Wheel was a Dragonborn. The Iron Wheel was not beholden to any one nation. They were the world's heroes.
As all good parties are, right?
Exactly.
I would I would be fascinated with all of this. I'd be
Amazing.
taking in all this information. I would also lay out. I would tell Berg what I know, and what I would talk about where I was when everything happened,
Yep.
which I assume I was on
You
the
were
Andolu.
You are on a ship headed
Heading
to
the Andolu.
No, to the Golden Skyport. You were headed specifically to the Golden Skyport.
That's right.
And then you were diverted midway to the Andolu during the Cataclysm.
I would.
The diversion only happened as the Cataclysm started. You didn't head there earlier. There was no inclination from your group.
I was sent to gather information. I deal in information, and I was sent to find out what was going on. So, thank you for bringing me up to speed.
What do you know that we don't?
Tensions with my people have been high as of late. The ambassador was here to try to start building a relationship after everything that had happened.
And your people suffer as well.
I would imagine so, but I haven't been home since the Cataclysm, so I'm not sure what it's like at home yet.
And what do you think we should do? This group has two opposing but balanced perspectives. The first, work together to help us as a small group survive, and the group on the Andolu. And I think we will put it to the side for now, but are we going to ask more questions to everyone that we connect with? Are you going to?
I think it would be wise to find out as much as we can.
Vellix, will you spy for us against your own people?
I guess that remains to be seen.
I trust
Vellix.
that the fact that that's not a no is extremely important in this quiet, careful room.
Ice cold. Vellix and Burgundy, what are your passive perceptions?
My passive perception is 12.
11.
Damn it, why am I not there?
Right. Carry on.
Thank you for trusting me with this.
We burned the family of the king. You're fucking in with us now. And I can't imagine that there is anything else together that we could possibly do that would not make us a team.
Mm.
And we know so much more than everyone else. And this is a burden.
But it's also intoxicating, isn't it?
I don't disagree. And
Well,
I'm
it
gonna
seems...
round up all this information as you finish your conversation to put it in the secret chest on another plane.
Right.
Amazing.
Someday I would like you to show me how you do that.
I have questions for you too. And I cannot speak into your mind to tell you that.
Perhaps a hand gesture, and I can open up the channel. He would work out something very subtle. It's like, like brushing her hair or
He
something.
starts doing the Macarena.
I love brushing her hair is a dangerous every time Burgundy idly brushes her hair. Yo, what's good? What's good? You good?
I ship
good?
it.
What's that?
Okay. So,
I thought you meant you brush her, like from across the room. You just walk over, brush her hair, and then walk away. It's so obvious to other
Sweet.
people.
No, I
Very
truly
subtle.
ship that.
Excuse me.
I ship that
shave
hard.
sides of her head and the bun. There's like no hair to brush away. It's all tight.
So funny.
So specific. All the pieces.
Amazing.
No, she's much more interested in making sure that she's found someone who is interested in the information beyond this not small mission we do for our compatriots and together. But beyond this.
Vellix is not hiding the fact that he is very interested in the information.
Information.
Yeah, he's really interested in that.
The
Super
information?
Yeah, for the love of knowledge.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah,
Information.
It's
Berg is putting out
educational.
there.
Everything Berg. Everything
All right,
Berg.
all right, children.
Adam, you didn't invite us here to just let us flirt with each
It's
other?
the
Like, what
tension,
is-
Adam.
Listen, I invite you all to flirt with just me.
I
But
know.
only flirt with
I do.
NPCs.
I know D&D
All
was
my
Bring
NPCs
King
are very
Embris back
sexy.
in the room.
I by
know
far
D&D
flirt with Tim the most.
Maybe more than me. No, I.
Maybe. Yeah. I go out of my way.
I love it.
Well, so I'm gonna move to Onyx. If that is that the do we so we wrap the you continue your kind of talk and Onyx, what do you do?
I think after what just happened from the funeral being fresh, I think Onyx would go talk to Berg.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just outside the door waiting.
I think I
That
think
was the
you, like
perception check on the
Here, clink, clink, clink,
yeah.
clink, clink.
No, I think you like knock on the door. What would Berg do? Early of this conversation, you hear a knock on the door. What would you do?
I mean, the alarm is up in case anyone enters.
Yeah, I would assume Onyx. You're not just barging in,
Onyx
right?
would
Like,
not.
Yeah.
Onyx would not enter.
Yeah, that was the
unless
vibe I got.
given permission.
If
Would
she
knock
hears the
them.
knocks, I think she would ask Vellix to send the message that we are occupied.
Okay, so you would knock on Berg's door, and then you would mentally hear what? What would you send, Vellix?
We're a bit indisposed at the moment.
Okay.
As like cheekily as possible.
Can Onyx reply or is it... No idea.
Yeah. I would just use the cantrip message.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. Yeah. I'd just point it towards the door.
Yeah. Understood. And you, I guess, just hear soft robot feet walking away.
No.
Soft Robot Feet is the name of my new band. Thank you.
So you head where?
Whoever the next person I encounter is on the ship.
Okay. So that is a selection of 3 because 2 are currently occupied. So I want you to roll me a D3, a D6 halved.
Okay.
M, you are 1. Faye, you are 2. Bam, you are 3.
Okay. That's a 5. What do I do with that?
That's halved down to a 3. So that is
Great.
Shren. You bump into Shren.
Literally.
Big
Shove
fella.
you. You are not who I thought I was going to talk to this about. It doesn't matter.
I'm a great listener.
Yes. Why did we burn them?
Oh. Honestly, because we're all selfish cunts. We just want to feel like we had something to do with them dying. That there was a reason for it. That it wasn't just some sad fucking story. Well, you're all heroes now, right? In your little story?
We burned
It seems
them
important to them.
to give ourselves purpose.
Yeah. That's about it.
Mm.
How's it make you feel?
Unsure. It's different for my people. We are taken apart, reused in others, or we simply rust.
Onyx, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, he rusts.
Oh no!
Oil!
Oh no!
The
Oil!
rust comes.
For
Yeah,
us
fuck. I should
all.
throw a rust monster against y'all. That'd be a good time.
No,
I'll
thank
think
you.
of it.
Mira!
Unless it,
Fuck out of here.
listen,
No.
unless it's
I'll
in a
do whatever you want.
swarm. If it's in a swarm, then fine. I get to shoot a bunch. That is a 17.
Okay. Then I offer you a choice. You are a complex creature.
Thank you so much.
I mean, all beings are. Really, the only difference between you and the organics is composition. At the end of the day, we're all programming and composite parts working in tandem. We're all biological machines, really. So you feel the hint of something flash through your processes, through your mind. And it is tinged with something that you feel is maybe better left forgotten. With a 17, I allow you the choice. You can run the risk of remembering, or you can live in ignorant bliss.
Adam, I choose pain.
I need everyone to remove their headphones, please.
Ah, yeah.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
As you talk about burning these people, about purpose, you feel this push. It's almost like a deleted file somehow being brought back to the forefront. You see fire. And you see death. And you see a Warforged looking down on the bodies with a grinning skull painted white across his face. Similar to another Warforged you saw down a scope. The skull-faced Warforged looks at you. They said it would smell. But we don't smell anything, do we?
I guess not.
And the memory fades.
Maybe I'll just yell loud enough and everyone will hear from a
Yeah.
distance.
From a distance.
Oh boy. We're back.
Was there a face hugger? Because I kept seeing this and
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the memory.
Shren, you see as
Oh. He just
James
explained the
Cameron
entire
alien face
plot
hugger,
of
yeah.
Prometheus to me, and then
Yeah,
we all
yeah,
found
yeah.
out it was an alien movie at the end, and we're like, ah!
Spoilers, guys.
Oh.
Spoilers.
It's really
Ah.
important to
It's
not
what I
run in a
wanted, but
straight
not-
line.
not like
It's
this.
all I learned from
Yeah,
that
run to
movie.
the left. Run to the left.
What are they, crocodiles?
So this is tangential, but it really
We
is.
say that all the
Cody and I
time.
play League of Legends. Yeah, if Cody and I play League of Legends together, and usually there's skill shots that travel in a straight line, and if we don't dodge them successfully, we say we went to the Promethean school of running away from shit.
Yeah, we Prometheus.
Just run straight line, like ah!
It's the most efficient way in a straight line.
Yeah, so you feel that
Right.
flash of memory, but you kind of come back to the conversation with Shren.
I think Shren in this time, like it would be, I think pretty quick. But I think if you were looking at Onyx, you would see their eyes blink out for like a second, and just before they turn back on to their usual color, you'd see a flash of red as it changes to its usual sort of light lavender. Thank you, Shren.
Oh. You're welcome. You make it back all right? Oh, good. Oh, I'm pretty tired. I might make off for me a cabin. You're welcome to fix whatever you see that's broken, as long as you do a very good job.
Sure. And your thing, is it like me?
Oh, this?
No, the cat.
Oh, Fidget. You know, I always hated cats. And then I had a real good one. And it died, you know? So I built me another one. So, you know, in a really weird way. Yeah. Because that's probably why we built you, right?
Everything has a purpose.
Something we can both agree on.
Good night, Shren.
Good night, Onyx.
I think Onyx would just sit in, I guess, the helm of the ship. Not touch anything.
Amazing.
Before
Please. Yeah.
as I would kind of.
RP away. This is.
It's a treat, hey Adam.
This is
Adam's
just.
like, I didn't
I'm on
prep
holiday.
anything, so this is great.
Yeah, I
What a
was
day.
like, I made 2
I was
characters
like-
and none of them talked.
Great. Yeah. This is good for me.
After probably fixing up the ship as much as to the standards that she would, regardless of what Shren asked, I would hoist myself back on board, and I would go find Onyx in the helm of the ship, I think.
I would say these 2 encounters are spaced out enough just because it takes you some time to fix the whole of
yeah.
the ship. Purely, like, you think if you were in a dock fixing this, it would have taken you like 20 minutes tops, but every time you make a motion, like, you get blown like 6 inches off.
Inertia is wild, man.
You're
Yeah.
fully having to fight just every. So it takes you about like 2 hours to
loving
fully
it, though.
fix the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is like
It's so fun.
a rush. Yeah.
As Smoke walks up to find Onyx, I think you would find Onyx lounging like feet up on the dash, trying to probably imitate a little bit of how they've seen Shren, just like feet on the console.
This is a new look for you.
Oh, shit.
No, don't stop. Don't stop. It's nice.
Yes.
Can I join you?
Yes.
Okay.
Scene.
Are you gonna sleep here?
I don't need sleep.
Right.
Yes, I was going to spend my time here. This is how Shren makes himself comfortable, so I thought, give it a shot.
Shren strikes me as a man who's always able to find comfort wherever he goes. So,
I would
it's not
agree with
surprising.
that. He also seems to bring a little discomfort, but I suppose that's balance.
Yes. Organics are complex. And antithetical a lot of the time. Often with no logic or making any sense.
I think I decided to give up on logic a while ago.
I'm really proud of you.
Why?
You did something really brave today. A lot of things really brave today. You showed these people who you are. And I've been privileged to a long time. Sorry, my microphone cut out. I've been privileged to know that for a really long time. But these other people didn't.
Well, thank you. I was only able to be brave because I had someone who believed in me along the way, so... Thank you.
I'm just glad that they get to see what I see now.
Tin can who talks too much.
Yeah, well, they're used to me, so I don't shut up.
Thank you, Dice Cream, for the raid, by the way.
Thank you, Dice Cream. Also, I'm going to pause just for 1 second. Dice Cream, happy finale. Congratulations on your epic campaign. Thank you so much for being here. We love you guys.
Yes.
If you wanted more sad vibes, welcome. Hello.
Hey, you come to the right place.
Yes.
At this point, I feel like, and Bam, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Shren's captain seat is absolutely either a leather reclining chair or like a sofa of some description.
It's a lazy boy.
Yeah, it's like a house chair. Yeah.
Is it not a chaise lounge? I feel like it's a chaise lounge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you can get
he captains from the side.
Good cat.
The most awkward place. You're a wheel?
Yeah, no, because it is. What I like about that is the idea that it's like he does have to, like you said, I can man it solo. So it's this like nightmare contraption of being able to sit down and grab
It's
things.
perfect.
The chair is a little uncomfortable to sit on because there are like cords and levers and wires that have been like jewelry rigged into the side of it.
And it's
like
meant for a man half
Yeah.
of my size. Yeah.
With my hat, I'm taller.
Yeah. Never forget. So as Onyx is sitting, Smoke it comes up and just kind of perches, like makes herself like quite small, and just kind of sits with them, just quietly. And I think at some point Smoke would need sleep, and just kind of like, is it okay if I stay here?
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
Just,
I don't think Shren is here. I think it's just Onyx
Oh.
and Smoke at this point.
One question before you sleep.
Yeah, of course.
Did we do the right thing today? I asked Shren why we burn bodies.
You burned the bodies. Oh,
The funeral. He said it was a good idea. I wanted to make sure that still held true.
something I have learned is that there is often a right or a wrong way to fix a ship. There's a right or a wrong way to design a part or tinker with something that works and something that does not. But when it comes to things between people, anytime you start assigning right or wrong to things, someone just ends up hurt. So, I suppose it depends on who you ask. And I think that that's something that you'll need to decide for yourself. You might not be able to know that today. You might not know that tomorrow. But only you can know what's right and wrong for you. I can't dictate that for you. I can't program that into you.
Well, if you can't do it, then...
But I'm here to talk with you about it anytime.
Yes. Thank you. Sorry.
No, don't apologize. It's okay. It's your first day. It's fine.
It's been a long few days. Yes.
I'm gonna sleep right here, okay? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do you...
I would, grab a couch cushion and just kind of, shove it somewhere, close to Onyx, and then, Smoke sleeps in, a ball. She sleeps so small. It almost looks quite, childlike when she sleeps. When she was given space to sleep when she was younger, there wasn't much. So this is how she learned.
I think as Smoke would get sort of comfortable, you would see Onyx, while being a robot, does wear full, shoes and leathers, and has a cloak and is covered most of their body, and so Onyx would take their cloak off and offer it as a blanket.
She crawls in. She falls asleep very quickly. She's out.
Onyx would stand watch.
Wow. As the night comes, 4 of you rest as peacefully as could be expected after a day like today. And 2 of you are plagued by nightmares, which is odd for one, given that usually you don't sleep. The nightmares are ephemeral, hard to tie down, and quickly forgotten in the morning. One dreams of something lost, something taken, half-buried memories of a life once lived. And the other dreams of something given away, something burned free, a life that has been tried to be, a life that has been tried to be escaped from. Don't know how to say that sentence. My brain hates those series of words.
You did so good. You did so good.
Brain make it talk good. And in the morning, everyone gets a long rest. Everyone levels up to level 9.
Yes.
2 of you awaken, feeling a little sluggish, though you're not sure why. And of those 2, Onyx, you are startled to find that you slept. It is not something you need, not something required. You don't need to sleep to get a long rest, but it happened in this charged moment post confusion of strange organic rituals. You slumbered, but not easily.
Onyx would panic.
Okay.
Because Onyx is supposed to... Isn't supposed to sleep, is supposed to stay awake, is supposed to watch. What does Onyx see when they wake up?
The same thing they saw when they fell asleep. Smoke, curled in a ball, under a cloak. Seems Onyx didn't sleep for long, but they slept. And they had nightmares.
I think that Onyx would calm down, seeing that Smoke is still there.
And standing in the corner, a metallic figure with a white skull painted on his face. And your eyes snap open as you awaken from the last vestiges of the final nightmare. And you look down and the scene is the same, but no figure. It's the classic.
That was dirty.
It's the classic. You wake up into another nightmare. It's a fucking classic trope. I had to, legally speaking.
I feel like that just happened to me.
Our lawyer said so. It's in our contracts.
It's in my contract. You read through it. It's one time. I have to do it.
Oddly specific.
Yeah, it's a very litigious contract.
Definitely, it was probably a small shock in the first wake up, and this wake up it would definitely be a larger jump and a reach for the rifle.
Yeah,
That is
Smoke, you are
very
jostled
much
away
next to Onyx.
as Onyx reaches down for their gun.
Is everything okay?
Yes. Sorry,
No,
you were asleep. Sorry.
don't apologize. Are you okay? You don't look okay. You don't have to put it on. You can tell me.
I had a nightmare. I had a nightmare. I don't dream. I don't sleep.
I know. I'm going to put all of the questions I have aside for the moment, but we're going to ask them later. So I got nightmares when I was little.
What were they of?
Bad ones. Really bad. I don't remember much from I got to the orphanage when I was about 4. And stuff was bad. It was really bad. And Ember made it better. She took one look at me and said, "The little one's not going to make it by herself. So She looked out for me. I don't know how I'm returning the favor to her, but she did. Just... Is it okay if I touch you?
Yes.
Okay. Come here. And Smoke just kind of like pulls them in. Just for like a hug. And like puts the cloak over both of them.
I think Onyx would hug Smoke back, but unsure of like what is normal pressure. So it's probably so it's probably a little lighter than a normal hug, just in case. I think this is not something typically Onyx is.
I know, it's strange, weird, strange organic things. It's a hug,
but it's nice.
Oh, good.
This is good, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry to startle you.
Don't have to apologize. I sleep very deeply, and I will fall asleep again very quickly. It's okay.
Good.
Okay. Do you need anything?
No, I think I'm okay. I just it's just us on this ship, right?
Yeah? I haven't seen anyone else. Why? Well, and the two people we're bringing back.
Right, yes. The young one.
Yeah.
One. Right, okay. No,
If I understand your meaning, sometimes nightmares tend to bleed over into the daytime sometimes. And they're not real. And they can't hurt you. Even though they make you feel like they can't.
They're not real.
I promise.
And they can't hurt me, okay?
I wouldn't let them anyway.
I believe you.
Good.
Okay. Thank you.
And Smoke just curls up and goes back to sleep. Sorry, I'm here to make you all vomit and cry.
It's so cute. I can't handle it.
I think
Rest.
Onyx would still go back
I'm like,
to,
oh no, sweet babies.
Sort of like half one arm, like hugging asleep Smoke, but then the other hand still on the rifle. I would not let it go.
And you awaken from that nightmare.
No, fuck you.
It's Inception now, bitches.
The top is still spinning.
The top is still spinning. The next bit of flying goes smoothly. You eventually fly, and in the distance, you see the Andolu. And as you fly closer, Shren at the helm, you hear the similar crackle as when you first approached. You verify the ship. They tell you where to dock. Then you fly in and dock. And the
Before we
scene
land,
here...
Adam, I need to
Yes,
give
please.
the tiny chest that I'm holding, which has all of my secret stuff in it on the ethereal plane. For that tiny chest, I need to give it to Ember.
Okay.
And it has to be it's a quick conversation. I don't have a lot to say to her. But she knows that I'm giving it to her because if anything happens, it's everything I know.
Okay. Also, I did read the message of the person who sent me the message. I read that. That's all good.
What the
Great.
fuck?
Yeah,
This
you
whole party-
wouldn't
this whole
believe
party-
the amount of numbers that are on my little message thing as just
I haven't
private
sent Adam
messages.
one message. I've
I
just been
have
sitting here
been
being like, oh my god, everyone's
inundated.
RPing.
I've been inundated.
We're all
We've
just
all
guessing in
been
the Zoom chat
stabbed
about
in the stomach.
Everybody has been stabbed in the stomach. That's the end. No episode 7 or 8, 6, 7 or 8.
You said it was like a little tiny chest?
It looks like it's a replica. So that if it was larger, and I would assume that maybe Ember would maybe kind of know what this is, but if I cast a spell, there's a larger version of it would form and we could access it. But I feel like if I die and as she gives this to you, she's imparting to you everything through just the communication that is nonverbal, because she wouldn't just say it. She would just give this to you, and the understanding is you won't die. So
Oh.
Historically untrue given the last fight, but
What do you mean? I didn't die, bitch.
You didn't die. You took the most damage though.
I can't.
Yeah,
kill me.
that's not
true.
dead though.
I
Also,
believe that's her
I would-
job as the tank.
Just mostly
I
dead.
would say that like basically the entire trip back, Ember has not moved away from either of the two people.
Yeah.
Particularly the prince. And is caretaking to them in the best way that she can. She's not like super well versed in any sophisticated type of medicine, but she does know how to bandage wounds and kind of like, you know, if they're like sweating, sort of dabbing that away and all this kind of stuff. And she's like very, very much so keyed in on that the entire time they go back.
Of course. Berg, do you hand the chest over in private, or is it like kind of in a rush of like
In front of everyone.
on
This
the
is all
deck?
I
like,
know.
Yeah, like
hold on, just take this.
in
Also,
what sort of
Incan
what
Liar,
sort of
thank you so much
make
for the
it
raid,
with this
Incan Liar.
group. So I
Good
mean,
raid.
if the group wants to be watching, that's up to
But
them.
you don't try to hide it. You just hand it over.
I don't need to. I think in the moment with Ember, it just has to be a pass between us, and I'm
Yep.
just like,
It's a cool handshake.
It's just a handoff and just like nods and just like, okay.
Yeah.
Just
As
kinda
you
like that.
as you approach the docks, a very different scene than when you left. There's barely any people. There is a group of soldiers in the uniform of the Steam Guard awaiting your arrival. A larger group than any of you really feel probably necessary, but even though you left, maybe.
Before we dock, I
Of
would say to
course.
everyone, if we need to blend in a bit more, I can make us all look like other people.
Shren, you know that you've announced your arrival. They wouldn't have let you approach otherwise, as a ship.
Okay. And feel free to be like, Brandon, no, absolutely not. But
Please, yeah.
as an arcane trickster, illusion's kind of the thing. Perhaps in some kind of combination with my good friend Vellix. He likes it when you say it that way.
I love
Perhaps
this
I
party
could pull
so
off
much.
Such a good
An
bit.
old smuggler trick
Yeah.
where we dock with an illusionary vessel and try to park in a spot nearby. Not long, obviously people will realize pretty quickly, but maybe it'll work long enough for us to get around all these guards.
We don't want it. What? No.
You-
Ember's
you-
like, what? No, land
You
in
see
the
these
fucking normal
guards
dock.
are waiting for you and seem to be some form of armed escort. At their forefront, Ember, you recognize Captain Versal, the captain of the Steam Guard who shielded you from the bullets that were being fired into the crowd.
Okay, we'll go there.
It's a really good plan.
It's
Shren.
instinct.
It's a really good
It's
plan.
instinct. I'm sorry. I'm used
It's
to
always who you
Listen,
know.
if we weren't escorting nobility directly to some kind of bigger palace, then I'd be like, sure, let's do something sneaky, but kind of doesn't really seem like the right time for that.
It's a lot of fun.
All right.
As
you-
Well, maybe just me then. And I would, I would cast Disguise Self.
Of course.
And I would like to look like,
I can
just
give.
like- yeah.
If you're trying to pass as, you know, even despite recent events, Warforged are often overlooked.
Yeah.
And are often not
I
questioned
was
as
thinking.
their presence. Yeah. So you could very much disguise yourself as a Warforged just to be like, beep boop robot. Like,
Yeah, that's
nobody
exactly
look.
what I do.
What the fuck was that, Adam? Sorry.
Listen,
The
You
fuck
want to
say?
fight? Are those fighting words?
I built the world. You're just living in it.
Those
I have
Um,
the
fight
feet,
beeps.
so
You
I
will
can
destroy
really
it.
do those beep moves. I can do
Yeah,
the
you
movements.
I'm sorry, did
Yeah.
you need me to beep 3 times? Great. Okay, cool. Thank you for that note.
As you pull into the dock, Captain Versal steps forward, gives a light salute to you, Ember. You are of the same rank. It is as respectful as it needs to be.
I'll probably be carrying the little guy.
Welcome back. I see that things went well.
Relatively speaking.
Captain Versal gestures, and 8 guards of the 16 that are standing here break off, one of which puts their arms out for the boy.
She carries him.
The Andolu is under martial law now. I am under instructions to escort you back.
Escort only.
Yes.
Well, that
You
sounds
see
like she
you see a
carries
sense
him.
of regret on Versal's face that they seem to be enacting upon orders where they don't necessarily agree with them, but they look at you and say, "You are to be escorted back to your abode, your private abodes." He says with a bit of weight to you, Ember, because you know that you live separately, or would if you've ever been to your house.
Sure.
Who's in charge of the Andolu?
King Embris.
Who sent us on this mission? This is...
These orders came from King Embris.
Okay.
After
Well-
the attack, he doesn't want to take any more risks.
Well, as a member of the guard, wouldn't I be more than well equipped than most of the people here to...
I will
Protect
escort the
him
others
safely.
without you then. You
Okay.
may accompany these 8.
All right. I will not let go of him.
Okay.
Ember,
And
be safe, okay?
I'll be okay. There is someone who needs medical attention aboard the ship still. There's a man who's guarding the prince. He would, and I'm kind of like nodding at the prince, and I'm like, he would not be alive without him. And
You should know, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Hello.
Hi.
You won't be able to heal him. He's in some kind of... He's stable, but I couldn't heal him.
May I come aboard the ship?
I can show you.
Vassal, Captain Vassal, steps aboard the ship. Ember, you would know that Vassal's first name is Alaron.
Okay.
Hot. Sorry.
Vassal's pretty hard.
Can
Not gonna lie.
Onyx-
Alaron, pretty sexy dude. Wait, let me
Adam,
just
this
do it.
is
Fire
Adam. This is a
Council
deep
is-
Roll.
cut for you.
That's
Adam,
a
this
that's
is
a
a-
18 on the die.
Adam, a deep cut
God.
for you. He gives me real Pashenna moral vibes, so I
Yeah.
love you for it.
Yeah. Shannon vibes for
Adam,
sure.
can Onyx look through their rifle and start looking at
As
the
you lift the
rooftops?
gun, all of the guards tense. and Alaron.
I would just like lower his gun down.
I have to check the rooftops.
I understand. He gestures, and you see patrols moving through the streets. You see no civilians.
I'd like to see all your paperwork.
Alaron produces it all without any hesitation, and it is, you rifle through it. It's all ironclad.
I go real slow, though.
Of course.
Real slow through this.
It's great
Thorough.
because
I-
Alaron accompanies Smoke to see the men.
Let
I would like to stand next to Berg and just be holding the papers she hands off. She's like,
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
Could I try deception and say that the man is very hot? See, and we have lots of explosive materials on board the ship to get us to go where we got to get going. So I suggest we do help this man perhaps away from the ship that might explode if his
course.
body gets too hot, and
Of course.
not inside Mira, per se herself, and somewhere else outside of Mira.
We can inspect him right here. And he gestures to the ground of the dock.
We'll bring him out.
Before they leave, I'm also gonna tell Alaron. He seems to have some kind of elemental turmoil that was calmed by the medallion. I would recommend not taking it off.
Understood. I will let whoever administers to him. I'm sure I'll recognize him. I knew the prince's guards quite well.
He's quite heavily burned.
They all had distinctive features.
Adam, as those guards
Okay.
I
tensed,
appreciate the warning.
as those guards tensed when I raised my rifle,
Yeah.
can I make an insight check on how many of these fuckers are eyeballing us?
Ooh.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh shit, the drama.
I love this party.
Can I assist?
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
I had to take advantage.
Just holding the papers.
As you kind of like
Sussing each other.
so proficiently acting the part, are able to like whisper in the side of your mouth to Onyx what you
Through his
observe.
head.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, through his head. Yeah, in his mind.
17.
17. You both get the sense that the soldiers that tensed up because the city, the last city of this nation, is under martial law, which is difficult at the best of times. You get the sense that everyone is tense, everyone's on edge, but none of these soldiers are on edge about you in particular, except for the fact that you pointed a rifle in a general direction.
Not at them, but
You take
I take Versal.
Alaron down, and as he steps down, he's describing the like things to look out for each guard. There was 3 guards. One was a halfling. One was an orc with really, like, he was really proud of his tusks, really, really prominent tusks. And one was a stone genasi from, let me double check my notes. Sorry. Sorry.
Him.
Land's End. A stone genasi from Land's End, who the stone genasi from Land's End are very minotaur-like. They all
Okay.
are big rock
broad.
minotaurs, yeah.
As I would
And
go inside.
a sinking feeling occurs to you as he describes these 3 soldiers, that none of them, even as burnt as this man is, fit the description. And as you step below and Alaron looks upon this person, he looks at you and goes, I have no idea who this is. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh, buddies.
wow.
So we were almost over with this session and we're gonna keep going though.
We are going to take a very quick break. It looks like we have some fantastic brand new viewers in the chat tonight. First time folks come in. We've had some fantastic raids from dear friends of ours, Ink and Liar, Dice Cream Sandwich, as well as just you guys are the best community. We are having I don't know if you can tell, but we're having so much fun with this campaign.
I mean, because we're gonna play for like 16 more hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
it's a 24-hour stream. Wow, crazy.
Fair warning, Faye, this might run a little long, and I apologize. I was like, I haven't planned much today, and then you all RP'd so long, and I was like, this is amazing, but there's like stuff that's gonna happen this episode, so but
we are gonna take.
I'll be conscious of it.
No,
In that
it's
sense.
fine. Keep me up till like 4. That's fine.
We're going to take our normal break sequence, runs you through the art from a lot of our campaign 1. It has some beautiful art in there, a lot of it from our community, as well as our amazing campaign artist, Tiana Kovacevic. So check it out. It usually runs about 11 minutes, but we're going to keep it short. We just want to get back to playing. We're going to take about a 5-minute break here. So grab yourself a beverage, grab yourself some snacks, get a cozy blanket for some amazing more RP after the break. And we love you. We will see you in 5. Bye. See you in 5.
Welcome back. Let me quickly just. Welcome back. Yes.
Also, Deadpool's Army, thank you so much for the raid,
Thank you
friends.
for the
Welcome on in.
raid.
Thanks for sticking around during the
Welcome.
break. Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah. Alaron looks at you, Smoke. I don't recognize him. I would recognize one of the guards, even this burnt. Come on, let's get him off the ship. And he
Okay.
picks him up and he goes, as you smell the smell of someone who's grabbed a hot pan or touched a fry pan with their bare hands, that stink of burning, as he kind of grimaces.
Like Versal is burnt, like
not to the point of like injury, but
yeah,
you can see he grimaces.
Also,
Yeah.
Gnome Anne, thank you so much for the raid.
Hello, Gnome
my
Anne.
dear. Oh, thank you so much, you beautiful, beautiful folks.
Tim is
from
absolutely
BK Do
correct.
Crime.
It smells a little bit of pork.
So you watch as Smoke, or I guess Versal would see Smoke, kind of reach into her side bag and pull out a pair of like welding gloves, and like obviously would be prepared for this, just not gonna make the same mistake next time, and carries as much of this person's weight as it could, which is not much.
Thank you.
Yeah. You should know.
Yeah.
Though you don't recognize this person, I think there is still some, as Ember was saying, there's something, the stone. I have stone veins in my hand now from where I tried to heal him. I managed to stave it off, and it doesn't hurt, and it isn't impeding my ability, but just so you know.
Okay. That's good to know. Well,
Okay.
no magical healing, I guess.
Probably not. We haven't been able to rouse him, so.
Well, our people will do what they can.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Is it safe to be a captain?
As safe it is as any job in the military is.
Well, between you and I hated the military, so that answers my question.
Are you looking for a promotion?
Absolutely not.
Didn't think so. I'm sure she'll be fine. She's tough. At least I've heard.
She's tougher than anyone.
That's what I've heard.
Can I insight check him? Is
Please
he?
do.
Does he have vibes? Is he like?
Vibe check this bitch.
What
Come
are the
on.
vibes? What are the vibes?
I think he's a sweet boy.
That's what I'm vibe checking for.
Got to be its own skill in D&D 1.
Yeah, vibe.
Yeah,
Vibes?
absolutely.
Should be vibes.
Can I just vibe check this room real quick?
Vibe check.
Vibes off.
23.
I'm so proud of you, my assistant.
With a 23, you detect a lie. But a lie by omission. You get the sense that he's maybe trying to play down the attack a few days earlier
Right.
so that you don't worry. But he's not lying to Darling Creepshow. Thank you so much for the raid.
Oh,
Hello.
darling. Hello, Creep. Hello, my
Whoa,
dear.
your
Welcome
creeps.
on in, my
Hello,
dear.
creep.
Thank you so much, Creeps. Welcome on in. Happy to have you.
He is not trying to mislead you or pull one over on you. He's trying to make you feel better.
As just before we're about to get off the ship, I kind of look at him. You know, it's not doing you any favors to try and make other people feel better when actually what they want is the truth. Put a smile on. Let's go.
Okay. And he doesn't smile because who the fuck would smile in this situation? What sort of maniac suggests smile as you carry a very burnt man off a ship? He looks at you kind of
You
weird.
look prettier when
Our
you
friend
smile.
Smoke.
Adam, happier and with your mouth open. Come on.
Happier with your mouth open. He helps you carry this man off the ship. And two figures step forward with a stretcher, or two of the guards, and they place him in the stretcher. And they join. So 10 soldiers are now heading with the prince and Ember. and the remaining 6, and Aileron, I am under pretty strict orders. I'm sorry. This way, please.
I think we would watch them depart and wait until they've made some distance.
My head is on a very aggressive swivel the entire time.
For the sake of expediency, unless there's something you want to get really into, but Ember, you deliver the prince with no issues. The man is taken away to be looked after.
I mean, I always want to talk to the king, Ada.
You see
Be
King
like if he's
Embris.
around, right?
Captain, I hear I owe you a great thanks.
Just doing my duty. And I'm going to very, like, she, in most of her interactions with kind of any of the guards and even kind of the king up until this point, is very sort of removed, is very, like, kind of cold. But there is this sort of, like, softness that she has, like, towards the prince, and she's very, very gentle and in handing him over to the king.
Are these the only 2 survivors?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I appreciate that. How do you tell your son his mother is dead?
Well, I believe he probably already knows.
That's no burden off.
No, but his father is still alive and cares for him very deeply. And as long as you are there for him, he'll be fine.
You have my apologies for what happened the other day. I am embarrassed that such a thing could happen in a city under my watch.
Even a king, such as yourself, cannot know everything that goes on at all times. There are many secret, underhanded forces that are at work. I think some in particular might be interested in myself and potentially my compatriots, so...
I see. Well, not to be rude, but if you don't mind, I have
Of course.
very limited time to grieve. Thank you again.
Of course.
These soldiers will escort you home. Not as any indication on you.
No, I understand.
I'm glad. He steps away. Okay. Kind of.
She
Yes.
watches him leave. Let's be honest. Come on.
You
Obviously.
you hate seeing him leave, but
A
you
good
love watching
dad?
him walk
Oh my
away.
God.
Yes.
It's you go. Love to watch you leave.
Okay. So the way we're gonna do this next part, because I want everyone at the table to experience and have a good time, there are going to be anteceding events, and those events will be private. So one by one, as you are each escorted to your various homes, Vellix, you were just kind of dropped off at Burgundy's house because you are a robot, beep boop, as is Onyx. Shren, you kind of just tag along because you're not really like listed anywhere, and they arrive at Burgundy's estate, which I believe has a name, does it not?
Yeah.
The Hall of the Relentless Choir.
Oh, yeah. I forgot how metal you make
So
your
metal. So metal.
So to yours.
You all arrive at the Hall of the Relentless Choir, and Smoke, you are directed elsewhere. You know that Ember has a home, and they are taking you there. That is their intent.
I look to Berg. Did you need anything from me here as your assistant?
My lady.
Adam,
Can I
can
assist
I-
with deception?
am I getting a vibe that that I'm expecting Ember, or am I getting a vibe that
You get the vibe that Ember's probably going to be escorted
Ember's
to
gonna be sent somewhere
her
else?
home.
So
Yeah.
And is Smoke gonna be assigned to the same quarters? Do I know
You-
from the paperwork?
Yeah, the paperwork suggests that Smoke and Ember have been assigned the same living space.
Smoke, I require your assistance in an hour.
Well, so you say it. Thus it is done.
You see the guards take note of this, and one of them leans over and says, "Well, we are willing to offer escort at your convenience."
Well, great.
It's vital. Vital that my aid returns in an hour.
I'll
Excellent.
go to this place and that I've never been to that is now my home, and then I will come back here. Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Some of these anteceding events will be shorter. Some will be a little longer, but none will be too long. And once those events have occurred, we will all reconvene and experience the reaction to these events each. But so I want everyone to remove their headphones, and I will put names in chat
What?
Oh,
to bring people
Oh my
on
god.
deck.
Adam, it's out here for he's chosen
The drum-
violence today.
fucking- He's going
We
for
love you
blood.
very much, chat.
Oh man.
I'm trying to decide if I want to send it privately or send it by the group, but I'm gonna
Shedding
do.
is so scandalous.
As you kind of wander aimlessly around, you're not really sure where you should stay. You hear footsteps. Someone else's footsteps, not one of the people who should live in this house. Almost clawed and heavy. You follow the footsteps through a series of stairways and corridors.
In the house.
This is in the house. And it seems to take longer than it should. This house is not this big, as you kind of realize that you are in a half state of mental traversal. You are moving both in the physical and mental space. And you come upon a room. And in the room is nothing but a small side table with an emerald cracked, sitting as a paperweight, resting upon a note.
I'd go and read the note.
You read the note, and there is not a lot written. It just says, "Question everything. You are not what you seem." And you snap to and find yourself in a bedroom. Pretty regular. Doesn't seem claimed. So you claim it. And that is your anteceding event.
Can I ask one question?
Please.
How much do I know about Berg? Like who they are as a person outside of...
You know everything they shared with you. So probably
Like
a fair amount.
Okay.
You know that they're...
standing
You like vaguely know that they're they were one of the administrators at the Goldburn Skyport.
Right.
Amazing. Thank you, Tim. Next, we will bring in Onyx. Onyx. You have been assigned a room in this house. You know where you stay, though you were here briefly. You head there to sit and wait. Unlike the organics, you don't need to sleep. But within the room, you find on a chest a raven skull. within which rests a note.
I pick it up. What does it say?
The note reads, I have not peered into this mirror for some time. What a delight, and a surprise to see you serving them. Remember your purpose, Reaper 8. That is all the note says. And unless you have any questions, that is your anteceding event.
Is it signed at all?
No. It has R3 written at the bottom.
I fold it and put it in my cloak.
Thank you, Cody. We will next have Shren.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shren, as you step into the house, you kind of stuff your hands in your pockets and you find a piece of paper that wasn't there before.
Look around, make sure I can see it where nobody sees me reading it.
There's writing scrawled on it, and it reads, "You never said you traveled with royalty. Deliver her to us, and we will call our debt clear. You know the consequences if you disappoint me." And it is signed, Brenna.
Oh, Brenna, always the same. Well, you got any good food to eat around here?
And that is your
Ravished.
antecedent event. Thank you, Bam. If you can remove your headphones, Bam. Next, we will have Ember. Oh, I messaged the wrong person. I messaged Em instead of...
I'm not ready.
Welcome.
Hello.
Ember, you get home. You chat with Smoke for a bit, knowing that you both are probably heading to the Hall of the Relentless Choir in about an hour. You head upstairs to your room to change out of the clothes that you've been in for like 4 days. And it takes you a second to notice it, but your perception is so high. And you see your closet. There are parts of the wood that have been transmuted from wood to stone to form words. They read, "The pillars must stand. There is safety in the blood. The system may stand for the west. Seek the northern power."
Wait, hold on. The pillars must stand. What?
The pillars must stand. There is safety in the blood. The system may stand for the west. Seek the northern power.
Okay.
And that is your antecedent event.
Oh my god. Okay.
Thank you, Faye.
Oh, goodbye.
Bye. We will now welcome Smoke.
Oh, hello.
Smoke. You go into your room after chatting with Ember for a moment to get ready to head back to the Hall of the Relentless Choir. Tim, can you remove your headphones, please? Pure muscle memory, and I love it.
He's just used to having them in all the time because he's the DM, usually.
And you find a note on a bedside table, sealed with wax, and the wax bears the crest of the House Raphael.
Raphael. Do I recognize the name?
Yes, it is the Royal House of Heir,
Oh,
the Western Kingdom. It reads, I have heard some fascinating rumors. If they prove true, it would throw things into a delightful turmoil. I would like us to meet, and I feel you might like to meet me, for I have answers that you seek.
Have I had any interaction with anybody from House Raphael before?
No.
Have I
The note is signed with a J.
Have I had any interaction in the last while with anybody with the name J? I feel like Smoke has a really fucking good memory.
Make it... no. No interaction that you've had, no.
I want to give the note a really good smell.
Okay.
What does it smell like? Mechanics are used to... I feel like Smoke would be one of those people like, this smells wrong. Like...
It smells of sort of vellum and
rich
perfume.
people shit, right?
Yeah. And that is your antecedent event.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Thank you, Em.
Yeah.
Last but not least, we will have Berg. Burgundy.
Hello.
As you are the last, you are so fastidious when it comes to doing things the right way. You are the last to head into the home, making sure everyone else gets in. And almost imperceptibly, a hand presses into yours and a note is left behind. And you look and you can't even tell who did it. One of the guards has slipped you a note. In a moment of privacy, you read it. And it says, Viadethus must stand united, and this includes Diametros. Please meet me at the enclosed location to discuss the future of our once great nation. The 4 crowns must stand. A crown alone spells disaster. And inside, there is an address for you to go to, should you decide to. And that is your antecedent event. And with that, we will bring everyone back.
Are we all together, Adam, or are we still in separate houses?
After an hour, you all reconvene at the hall of the Relentless Choir. And I'm going to wait here for a second just to make sure that does Em have her headphones on?
And Adam, I've named it the Hall of the Relentless Choir because I have left instructions while we were gone.
Yeah.
That sentries would be placed as guards here,
Okay.
but that they would be on a rotation. So some sentries come in, they spend some time here, and then they circle out to where they're needed elsewhere.
Absolutely. So there
But
are
when
Warforged by the house.
Warforged, yes, the House of Warforged. They come in waves, and I have tasked Onyx with spending time with them, and in their downtime, I expect them to hum jazz, with the idea that I have leaving Onyx with the suggestion that anyone who is in at any time that he perceives or they perceive, however Onyx identifies, I don't understand it, that there is improv or a derivative from the form or something different, that they might be interesting to talk to. And so when they are not occupied with their activities, they sing.
Amazing. We will address these events in the order that they were introduced. But I want to preface that you can share it with the party. You don't have to share it with the party. You also
can't tell
don't.
that to our cagey ass
You
party.
also don't have
Anything.
to pursue it if there is no strong leads that you can immediately think of. Don't feel any pressure to pursue it. So if I come to you and you want to sit on the information you've gained, or you want to sit on the questions that have been raised, feel free to ask any questions, but also don't feel pressured to investigate or search. It is your journey. It is your story to tell. And we will start with Vellix. As you are all gathered together in the main hall around a large oaken table.
I would like to see if I can get the sense if there is magic inlaid into the house itself, or if that was something, what I saw was something coming from my own mind.
Make an Arcana check.
Famously bad at these.
I will say use your casting ability instead.
Oh, thank God.
Because this is about the mind, like
Bless
this is about your expertise of like mind magic.
It's cool, DM. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
15.
That's a cool DM right there.
Very hot.
Just the beard.
Very hot. And
You
very
were pulled. A note was left for you, but how could anyone have known where you would end up if not
Mhm.
by compelling you there? You get the sense that it had nothing to do with the house itself. You were on a journey along with someone who was mentally directing you subtly.
And have I ever had a communication like that before? Is like would I associate this with someone specifically?
Not that you remember.
Okay. Cool. Okay, great. That's great. It's very cool. Very cool.
Do you have any further questions or any avenues you'd like to pursue?
I think he would be trying to parse out who it came from.
I think that is very much something that you get the feeling that this person came to you, and if you are uncertain as to what to do next, a safe bet is to see if they come to you a second time and offer more.
Yeah, because I'm used to going into other people's thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm not used to having it done to me.
Absolutely.
That's a bit.
Onyx, you are gathered at this table, and I do like the image that this is all happening kind of in everyone's mind simultaneously. Everyone looks a little distracted because everyone has a little piece of something that is on their mind. Onyx, you are probably the best at hiding it. You have no facial features to really betray your feelings. But do you have any questions or avenues that you would like to pursue?
We're all sitting at a table.
Yes.
Onyx would reach into their cloak, take out a scrap of paper, and would slide it to Smoke. Sometimes they're real and can hurt you.
The note reads, I have not peered into a mirror like this for some time. Oh, sorry. I have not peered into this mirror for some time. What a delight. And a surprise to see you serving them. Remember your purpose, Reaper 8. And it is signed R3. And that is, for those who... That is the note.
Onyx,
Yes.
is this... Is this what you saw? Or who? You think? What does that mean?
This is my nightmare.
What does that mean when they call you that? Is this being calling you that?
I don't know. I'm remembering pieces, fragments. Yeah.
Does the word Reaper mean anything to me? I've been around machines my whole life. And not only that, I fuck with machines at this shipyard.
Make a history check for me. I will say the DC for this is high.
Okay. All right.
Are you alone in this?
I would have
Has
said
anyone
this out
else seen
loud
this
at
note?
the table.
Yeah,
You would have
they are
heard me
speaking
say-
about this at the table.
I wouldn't have shown anyone, then I would have read it and then just said this aloud. Smoke doesn't really have a filter.
But have you said the word Reaper?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah.
Are we surrounded by Warforged right now, or has that not happened yet?
The house is surrounded by Warforged, yeah.
So they're not inside?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
The relentless choir is outside.
It's an 11.
Okay. You think there's sentry, there's scout, there's labor. There are so many categorizations of automatons prior to the emergence of the House of Warforged. You've never heard of the categorization of Reaper. But it doesn't sound good.
Smoke. I'd walk over to where Onyx is, and like Smoke just like gets up, and I would just walk over. There's going to be a lot of people out there who tell you who you are. They'll try and drag you into something that you don't want, or that maybe you did aligned with before and now no longer. Nobody gets to tell you who you are, but you. Not me. Certainly not any other organic. And certainly not whoever the fuck this is. No. And I'm right here with you. Okay?
Okay.
And if you walk into a nightmare, I walk into it too.
And together we'll figure this out.
Yeah.
Secret shared. Trust grows. Speaking of, Shren.
Kind of look down at a collection of different notes that I have in my hand from different people.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
many Rolodex.
Yeah, I'm just like, look around. You're all good people, I guess. So, whatever you're doing, I'm happy to help. I need to look for a friend. Somebody was coming after you guys, the one taking the shots. Not happy to admit I know a few fellows that might arrange things like that, so perhaps I could go see if I can't get some information from him.
Just make sure you don't go alone.
I can go with you if you like.
Ah, Vellix, you're the best, mate.
He does like
Yeah.
when
How
you say
will-
it like that. I can see it.
See, now he gets it. Every day I like him just a little bit more, I'm telling you.
How do you message us back?
I
Oh.
can.
He's a bag of
And
tricks,
what-
this one.
What conditions would result in you not messaging us back?
Oh. No, they love me. They'll be so happy to see I'm back, they'll start dancing.
Friend.
Fucking insight check that one.
Bam, roll a d20 plus your charisma plus proficiency.
If it's deception, is it deception specifically?
Probably
Up to
through the
you.
fucking room.
Is it deception? Are you lying? You rolled. You don't have to tell us. But...
If it's deception, I'd like to.
Actually, no, I'm telling the truth.
help.
I am going
Okay.
to see a guy who would arrange things like that.
I didn't roll very well, so
I think-
you
I
just see
think-
smoke.
I am
in your
lying.
eyes.
I
Yeah,
am
was
lying. You don't even have to do it. I am lying that they'll be happy to see me. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Like,
okay.
That's just my general
Smoke's just sussing out. Are you safe?
baseline lie with
Not
Shren.
safe.
Like, that's
Not
the-
safe. Okay.
Yeah.
I got what I came for.
You should be careful poking around in something like this. It's obvious that you've been traveling with us. I mean, we left here on the Mira in the first place. So you might not be as safe with your friends as you think.
A name.
What?
If we need to find you.
Just ask around for Tilden Swan.
What's your escape plan?
Which one?
All right, the first one. When it goes tits up the first time, you're gonna come back here.
I'll use it. I'll use minor illusion. Just create like a square of the same scenery behind, so it looks like I just disappear for a moment. You can see it's an illusion if you pass an intelligence check.
All right.
I've got a few tricks.
It occurs to me that I did forget to finish your item. I do apologize profusely.
No, I was trying to remember how far the distance was.
I believe I said it was 150 feet.
Okay, so then yeah, I have. But do I get to take someone with me, or is it just?
I will say let's flesh out the item a little more. 3 charges to do it alone, 6 charges to do it with someone else.
What about 5 for a little guy? I take the hat off and I'm smaller, like when it suits me.
I can get us out of a sticky situation if need be.
And I'll say, just we finished the item live. You see it, folks at home. You're watching an item be created live on the spot.
Doing it live.
Folks,
See, Faye? Faye knows what we're talking about.
my mouth is bad today. All right, my brain and my mouth aren't connected. It is a real long
Fine,
road.
I know you're always trying to impress me with your
Oh,
homebrew, Adam.
it's my cool homebrew. One charge creates a distraction in sound from
Right. Yeah.
from the a bang or a sound of your choosing from the location.
Mm-hmm. And it's like a ring, right? That I use to carve the.
Yeah.
Little green lantern on it.
I am going to give the option to each person to share if they are so inclined before everyone leaves, just in case we. So, as you prepare to go, Ember.
Okay, I have 2 questions.
Please ask them.
One, when the guy, when we were down we were still in Eastfall in the city, and that guy that we rescued whispered something to Smoke. Did any of the rest of us hear it?
I would say you probably picked it up. Your passive perception is very high.
A little.
How high is it, Adam?
Like 23?
It's 24.
I mean, it's no Finn and Aganis, let's
I was
be
gonna say,
real, but
heard everything.
Tim had to deal with my 28
I'm having
passive perception or
flashbacks.
something.
Did I hear that? I don't know. Were you on the same plane of existence?
Do I smell
Sounds
it? Do
like
I
a
smell
nightmare.
the illusioned creatures? I smell them. They're different.
Okay,
No,
cool.
absolutely, yeah.
And
The
then
pillars are crumbling.
okay, so I did hear that. Okay,
Make
that's
a
good to know.
history check for me.
Whoa, okay, I'll do that.
This
read a lot of
history
books?
check brought to you by my emotions.
Does Barbarian read a lot of books?
No.
Booking?
Book
And I'm going to
Are you
say
booking?
make a history check with advantage because of
Let's fucking go.
orphanage things.
A live
Ooh,
barbarian.
orphanage things.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's about orphans.
Okay. That was better.
Hey!
I will say that like Ember, like her negative modifier, I don't think comes from like a lack of being able to learn, but a lack of opportunity to.
Absolutely.
So like it's
So we'll say this history check is wisdom to reflect the fact that it's your own life. It's not you recalling a book history. It's you recalling a part of your own life.
okay.
It's smarts over book smarts.
Exactly.
That would be a 17.
You recall a rhyme, like a nursery rhyme or a thing that some of the Genasi carers would say. Just a silly nonsense rhyme that was rooted deep in primordial. And the word pillar jogs it in your brain. And it's weird because the triggering of a memory triggers another memory, more recent. But first, the nursery rhyme. The tide takes what the land provides. The land renewed by cleansing fire. The fire burns as the winds they rise and blow it all back unto the tide. The pillars four must stand aligned since the days the pact was signed. If broken oaths and honor crack, borrowed power will be taken back. I will put that in the chat for you, Faye. So
I got so close.
So your fingers don't fall off.
Adam, you're
missed
gonna have
one
to drop
line.
so much of this in not only our private Slack channel, but also in our Discord. Adam will be dropping
Absolutely.
a lot of this stuff in our Discord, so please come join our Discord if you haven't already. There's some great stuff there under all over the place. It's the greatest community on the internet.
Now, as this nursery rhyme rings through your mind, you remember something else. Something uttered over and over in primordial. Olwe taklas eshter mudre kima tarna flas.
Oh, of
Flas
course.
gura nava humiratan egdos olwe alat unne. The tide takes what the land provides. The land is nourished by the renewing flame. The flame is stoked by the whipping winds. The winds grow as they fly with the tides. All are one. The dying words of the person who held the Tedradic armature as they slowly
We all knew.
turned. As they slowly turned into elemental chaos. And those two memories kind of hit you in the head.
Can you
Yeah.
send that
Ooh.
to me also so I remember it?
Absolutely. The translation kind of changes in primordial, so the rhyme doesn't work quite as well.
Wow.
But that was the like exact translation as you heard it, but the like common nursery rhyme, which obviously takes its roots from this thing that this guy was muttering, obviously takes its roots from this and has changed over time to rhyme and not just be a prophetic statement.
Okay. Okay, so the other thing that I want to say is like when I was in the room,
Yes.
what clothes were there? Like, was it just like any sort of rando generic stuff, or was it like a military uniform, or like what
It
was
was
the
clean uniforms and like clothes that you had previously brought, like anything that you managed to no. So there's just like new clothing.
Yeah.
It probably would have been like someone who knew you would have like in the time that you were gone been like, yeah, these are the kind of clothes that she wears.
It's all vests.
A lot of vests. Very minimal sleeves.
They were sleeved. They're all torn.
Yeah.
So okay,
They're
cool.
bullshit.
Yeah. So she'll get dressed. She'll readjust her pin, and she carries one thing on her basically at all times. It's like a little piece of paper. She'll take out of her jacket and pop into the new one. And I wanted to. She doesn't really know a ton about magic stuff, but does this seem like something that was like recently done or put in place? Like, is there anything that I, like, was someone here, or am I like imagining it, or like I don't know, anything like that? Like, is it from the universe?
This writing on the cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Even with your perception, it's hard to tell.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Yeah. I will say. Ember's gonna. Wait.
Sorry, a direct message has been sent to me that confuses me a little bit. Do you?
That's my bad. Nope. I'm trying to message everybody else. I got distracted.
Okay.
So sorry.
I saw
Don't do
do we
anything about
curtsy,
that.
I curtsy, and I was like, what are the layers to this?
Our Zoom chat is popping off right now with us riffing with each other.
So many bits.
So many
love it.
bits.
I love it a lot.
Oh my god. I will wait until Vellix and Shren are gone before talking about this.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Oh, wow.
Before
Dang.
Vellix, yeah, I love it, honestly. Before Vellix and Shren.
It's like you don't trust me.
the self-admitted
It's
spy.
like it's like you just met me and you don't trust me.
Before Vellix and Vellix and Shren leave.
Wow.
Smoke.
I thought we were Shren and friends, but whatever, it's fine.
I mean, still pending.
Super pending.
While so Smoke is basically standing next to Onyx at this point. And after remembering what she had said herself about you can't have anyone tell you who you are, she looks at Berg and then looks at Berg. I know this isn't your library, but where are the books? Where are the best ones? The books that would look important, of information that you would need to know if you were a rich
I need
person.
slightly more information than that, Smoke. Information about what?
Nobility people, noble people. Where am I finding information about that?
I mean, I've already probably inventoried this library, so I have a pretty good sense.
Just point me in a direction.
It's the third shelf.
Thank you. I would look to Vellix and Shren. Just be safe out there, okay? Please don't do anything stupid. Yeah, I don't care about a lot of things. So just don't do anything I would do. Don't do anything dumb, okay? Okay. I have to go find a book.
As you go to leave, similar to a game of Magic the Gathering, we have a stack of operations happening here. Ember.
I'm not done. I'm basically I don't want to I'm gonna go look for the book while they leave.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I would bring the book back once those two are gone.
Okay, fantastic.
Shren has
Great.
enough of my secrets, and I don't know Vellix yet. I like him, but I don't know him yet.
Great.
So
Before
and the
everyone
people-
splits off, we're gonna lastly but not leastly Burgundy.
I let them go.
Okay.
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Wow, we're gonna have like the best time.
All right.
Actually, it was so much
I
fun.
think it's
You're
also
gonna trust us
hilarious
way
that
more.
Shren was
Yeah.
like, I'm really gonna put myself out here. I'm gonna go out on a limb for you guys. Like, you guys are such good people. I care about you. And we're all like, okay,
Sure.
bye.
Yeah.
Go then. Yeah.
Amazing. So Shren and Vellix leave. Smoke, you go find a book of the noble houses of Viadethus and return to the table. I'm going to deal with Vellix and Shren first. And I am conscious of the time. I want Faye. Are you good? I like.
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Okay,
We're
cool.
good. Let's
Okay,
go.
All right. And
Let's
if any
keep
at any
going.
point
Nice,
someone
dude.
message me privately, if you're like, let's wrap this up, and I can do so.
Let's keep going.
Okay. Shren.
Also,
Vellix.
before
Yes.
you dive back in, I just want to say a huge chat to almost all 90 of you who are hanging out with us tonight. We have been
Thank you,
number one in
everyone.
D&D for like the last 3 hours, or not 3 hours, like 2.5 hours. So like, thank you so
we
much
appreciate you very much.
for having us, for being here with us tonight. We're fucking tickled pink with this campaign. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Okay, back to
And
you.
thanks
guys.
for the resub, Stickman.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Wow.
That guys, that's my dad.
30 months streak.
Oh my god. Hi, Dad.
30 months
Thanks.
straight. Wow. Wow, we've been
This is
streaming for
how's it, Dad?
31 months. Holy
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, dude.
Shren, you know where to find Tilden Swan. Pretty easy. Do you head to where Tilden Swan and Brenna Red would be holed up, or do you try to find Tilden by himself?
I try to find Tilden by himself.
Okay.
I would
you-
disguise self to that to a Warforged. Actually, no. Do I know Tilden Swan?
You know Tilden Swan not that well. You know Brenna Red by reputation.
Okay.
Brenna Red is pretty high up in the Exchange, which is the criminal organization of Iadethis.
Surprise.
Should I?
Tilden Swan is their like right hand man.
Right. Shren, what do you think I should look like for this?
You know, I always wanted a twin brother.
Just thinking that too.
Two
I
top
immediately
hats.
would disguise self into a. I don't even know if I can do it into a halfling.
You are a tall halfling.
Yeah, proportionally, I look like a halfling, but I am taller.
Yeah, you can only
So
go
it's
a foot
Arnold and
shorter
Danny
than
I'm
you
a
DeVito.
go.
small man. Yeah.
Yeah, 100% Arnold and Danny. Yeah. So you find
I'm
Tilden.
about 5 feet tall. I'm not terribly tall
Amazing.
because I'm.
You're
6
5.
feet normal.
You're so you go
No,
down.
Vellix
5,
is
I
6
see,
feet.
yeah. You go down. You find Tilden drinking at a newly established but potentially illegal venue that you can ask around. Importantly, I need you to both make stealth checks to avoid the guards who are being ordered to escort you literally everywhere.
Plus 11. Ooh, can I kind of like get him pissed at me a little bit too, just to be like, so wait, so this is what you do for a living? You just walk a man where he's already going, and like start like getting at him, and so
Okay.
that way I can then like take advantage of his frustrations to get us away.
Amazing.
21.
I have to roll down. So you said I plan on
21. Amazing.
Plus 11 is 17.
You get into this argument, and then you like in a huff head back into the house, and then surreptitiously duck out and manage to use that frustration to kind of create a gap. And you find Tilden Swan drinking.
So
Shren?
Vellix. This is my friend Vellix here.
Gauge Vellix.
Gage Vellix, like I said.
With all due respect, Shren, he doesn't look much like a princess now, does he?
I see that. That is why I like you, friend. You are a funny fan. Anybody ever told you that? How funny you are?
Where is
Anybody
she?
tell you? Look. Let me tell you, I see an opportunity here. You know, nobody ever talks about the second thing. The right hand, you know? I use my right hand when I take a piss, you know? What if, well, let's say, Brenna's established, a life has a value. And so on that vein of thought, what would Brenna Red's life be in terms of value to you?
Oh, make a very dangerous persuasion check.
Ooh, can I? I
The
think
only
I have
kind we
like.
make.
Danger
Oh,
check.
no, that's I have guidance, but I
Appeal
didn't
to this
pass.
man's
help with
greed.
this one.
Bam, you can do
Can't
it.
help with this one.
All right. What was it? A deception? I'm sorry. What was it?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh, that's my bad one. Here comes a +2.
Oh,
18 is a 20 though.
Mm.
Shifty
You
shrimp.
see a
Try it
grin.
again.
I mean, this business is all about upward momentum.
Aren't they all?
But the princess is more valuable. Even if Brenner is no longer in business.
You know, a princess has a certain value. A prince may have a certain value. maybe as long as certain things happen and you end up in the plus, you and me are straight. And Brenna, well, you know, accidents and all that.
What do you suggest?
Well, Brenna wants this thing brought to her.
This
And I'll bring it to her.
thing,
Yeah, the princess, all that, yeah.
the Raphael kid.
Yeah. I am to give it to her. And then, I am to give it to her. And I just flash out a little dagger blade. If you catch my drift.
And say, when this goes down, Brenner's light on guards. But the
Let's
deal
say.
is, the girl stays with me after. That's a hell of a bargaining chip.
I like it for now. But you know how things go. Always mucking up. I'm sure we'll settle somewhere in the future that's amenable to all sides.
I see. Puts out his hand.
Let's get that old battle axe.
Don't be late. You know the way out. As you surreptitiously leave this bar, having made a deal with the devil to overthrow Brenna Red and deliver this mysterious princess whom you know nothing about,
Yes, of course.
Gonna say.
you see a figure. Huge. But dressed differently. Normally, this figure is dressed in an apron and a loose white shirt. You see heavy black iron, a huge buster sword, like almost the size of Vellix at full height, and a helmet with massive iron tusks. And as you walk past, you see the chef catch you from the side of his eye. Well, I didn't expect to run into you today, Shren. Up to no good.
Funny how people like us always seem to find a way through, ain't it?
Well, I'm on official business. I have the papers to prove it.
Oh, mate, I'm working with captains, with princes, with freaking living automatons. Man, I couldn't even. You wouldn't even believe it if I told you all the things I've seen in the last 3 days. I tell you, Frank.
It's crazy how everything changes at the end of the world.
Or a brand new beginning, right?
Well, I'm headed downward. Hope you take care of yourself. Nice to meet you. I am the chef. And he puts his hand out to you, Vellix.
I go, I'm sorry, I have a germ thing. I have germs. I don't
Right.
want to get
Well,
you sick.
I appreciate that is a kindness that most people who have germs don't kind of look on, so thank you. Right, well, I got business with downward, so I got a ship to catch and some treasures to find. Shren, if you are looking for a bit of work, I started my own thing. We're called the Reclaimers. Head down. Grab all we can. Feel free to come by. Your skills and your ship would be useful.
Hey, good to see you, mate. I
Good to
reach
see
to that
you
bag of
too.
holding that I have, and I pull out like the last bit of whatever exotic meat that I had salted in there, and I, for old times, huh?
You throw it a bit of bullet meat, and he catches it. He goes, "You're a goddamn gift, Shren. Goddamn gift." He bites into it, and as you start walking away, he goes, "Oh, If you happen to see Burgundy, tell her I said hey. And he walks away.
Hey, Vellix, what's wrong? You look a little
don't
tossed
think-
there, friend.
No, he was very off-putting, I found.
Shoulders are very tense right now. It's like, you look mad. You look straight up mad right now.
No, I don't get a good vibe. I'm
you
pretty good at
blushing?
reading people, and I didn't like anything I read.
I just figured it out. I'm so dumb. That's so funny. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, if you see Berg, I guess you could tell her first, right? Slap him on the arm.
And we are going to backward in time, and we are going to go back to the hall where Ember, Smoke, and Burgundy are all keeping secrets. So now that Shren and Vellix have left, is there any sharing that?
I am
occurs.
immediately going to look for a book. What is the name of the heir Genasi royal family? One more time.
Raphael.
Raphael. Yeah, I'm gonna go look for a book on the Raphael family.
Adam, I see what you're doing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, oh, zabadaboo.
That's West Run Smoke.
Western.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, do you say the name Raphael out loud?
No,
Smoke?
I just say that I'm
Oh,
looking for a
okay.
book on nobility,
Very
and I would
important
go
distinction.
and find where the books are.
Yep.
I'm
Ab-
a smart person. I can look myself.
Absolutely.
While she's doing that, I am taking a perimeter of the entire area. I want to make sure there isn't anyone, no Warforged, no invisible people, because I took blind fighting.
Can I go? Can I accompany Ember on that? And
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to kind of like lock down where we are before I start talking about anything sensitive.
I will take the opportunity while Ember is out of the house.
I was gonna do it like indoors,
Okay.
but like I will be
Yeah.
going away if you don't want to.
I am going to go to Smoke first. Smoke, you go into the library, you go to the shelf as directed, and you look about, and you find a book with all of the houses, many, many houses, and you flip through, you look through the appendices and the index, and you find the entry for the Raphael family, the royal family of the Western Kingdom, the lords and ladies of Westrun.
I look for J names.
You look through, there are countless J names in the history of the House Raphael. Many, all of them.
It's one of
dead.
those things. I feel like it's the like Targaryen naming conventions. Everyone
Very
just
much so.
throws it back. Yeah, I got it.
But they're all dead. Bar one. Jashan Raphael, brother to the Jinn Queen Rena Raphael. You read it. There's no information about him. It's literally just like a family tree lineage thing.
Yeah.
This has information about the house and the history of the house. Jashan hasn't done anything noteworthy for the house to be a made record in the grand scheme
And
of things.
the note basically says that answers to questions and wanting to speak with me.
That is correct.
Okay. Has there ever been any rumors or anything in history about someone in the... Was there any scandals or anything that would have made their way to the Skyport? Anything I would have reasonably heard of that would try and... I'm trying to figure out why... Like, Smoke is trying to figure... Emma's putting things together, but like, Smoke is trying to put together, why does this person want to speak with me? Yes, I'm an heir Genasi, but like...
Smoke's interest in the royal families was probably pretty light.
A strong 0.
Yeah. I think Smoke is like this is out of your realm of knowledge, but someone who is very in tune with all the families and like is really good at like knowing the know about all this stuff is Berg.
I know.
So
I was trying to
like
put
that
it
is
together.
your opportunity, but like you can't alone put it together.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
You don't know
Um,
anything about this person. You know their name and that's like maybe. Like, that's the one J name you could find, but maybe they're not Raphael. Maybe they're like serving the Raphael home. Like you're
Okay.
kind of lost in this sense of uncertainty.
Well,
So you
there's a question
can struggle
there's
on
a question-
alone, but there is
No,
the
I'm not
opportunity.
going to struggle on it alone. The best work is always done in teams, unless your team is going to absolutely fuck it up for you. So, you, we've all been on that group project, okay?
We let them leave already, Smoke. It's okay.
So, no, that's not what I said.
Twice.
I know you did. You brought me back
Hey,
to
it
life.
was just
I
really
didn't
funny.
say that. That
It
was
was.
Berg.
Shred
and friends.
That was Roz.
Shred
so
and
I-
friends. The
And
promotional
friends.
material we released.
We dropped the real promotional material today.
The
So I
posters
would
we put up around town.
Billboards.
I got
People ask
t-shirts
questions.
made.
Shred and friends.
We've got merch.
I would wait until Berg and Ember and Onyx are back at the table. Okay. So, okay. Ember, I gotta ask you a question. And I need you not to like. I'm gonna need you to not do anything with it before I walk you through it. Okay? You tend to
Okay.
get escalated and excited about stuff.
Okay.
So I was 4
Right.
when I came to the orphanage, right?
Yeah.
You were 9.
At the time. I mean, not when I got there, but
I know. What do you remember about the day that I got there? I don't have anything before like maybe 4.5.
Adam.
Yeah.
Um,
You don't necessarily remember.
I
you
don't
don't-
know
you
if the
weren't
thing that
there
happened
when-
with the two of us happened the day that she
No.
got there.
No.
Okay.
No.
Then I don't think
Yeah,
that
you
she
don't really
would
have any
paid much
information about
attention
that
to
day
it.
in particular. Yeah.
You didn't
Um,
see anybody who left me there or anything?
Smoke, what is this about?
Berg, so when I asked for you to point me in a book about the nobility, it's because of this crest. And this was left in my room.
You both see a note. Upon that note is the crest of the Raphael household. And Berg, if you read the note, which I assume Smoke you allow them to do,
I would open it and let them read it, yeah.
it reads, I have heard some fascinating rumors. If they prove true, it would throw things into delightful turmoil. I would like for us to meet. And I feel you might like to meet me, for I have answers that you seek.
I never asked.
And it is
for-
signed with a J.
So I looked in the book because I didn't have any questions. It's very presumptive. And the only J name is this person.
Deshaun.
I don't know who they are. I don't know anything about this. I don't know what it means. But I don't want it, whatever it is.
Berg, you know Jashan Raphael by reputation as being a bit of the black sheep of the Raphael household, bit of a scoundrel, bit of a party boy.
A rake and a cad.
I think the word we're all looking for is fuckboy.
Little bit of a hoe.
Bit of a fuckboy. A royal fuckboy.
A royal fuckboy. Great. I'm getting
He wears a
notes from-
crown.
I'm getting notes from royal fuckboys at my house that I've never lived at. Great.
Boy.
But
yeah, you get this. You're like, oh, I've heard rumors. He is a bit of a.
like,
I get it.
What is this? What is it?
Could be lots
Berg
of
and
things.
Smoke. I need you both to roll insight check.
Berg and smoke?
Yes.
What am I rolling inside about?
18.
That's a natural 18.
Ooh.
That's going to be a 25.
Okay, I'm just... Okay. You both sense it first, but you then see it as Ember has grown suspiciously quiet and seems to be avoiding eye contact.
What is it, Sparkplug? Come on, you gotta call me Kiki. And you gotta lay it on the line for me. So, what is it?
Okay, look. This is something I knew was never, or I thought was never going to be pertinent to your life. So I didn't want to tell you. But and like there's like this very obvious like clenching. There's just this it's so reluctant.
Episode 5, baby.
Such a fucker. Jashawn Raphael is your father.
How long have you known that?
Matter?
Yes.
A long time.
How long?
I don't know. Years. Probably a decade. Give or take.
And what gave you the right to make that decision for me?
Your sister.
Smoke, we were living in a time and a place where if you had known, if anyone had known, you would have been in danger. In fact, it was highly likely that if anyone found out, they would have killed you. You never gave much of a shit about any pre-existing institutions anyway. So, I didn't think it was necessary.
You didn't think it was necessary.
No, and I stand by that.
Why do you care, Smoke? Aren't you who you are, regardless of where you come from?
Don't put my words in my mouth, Burke.
Aren't we all? Isn't Onyx? Does it matter? It's who we are now and today. This shouldn't impact you. Do not let this change your course about who you are.
It won't.
Well,
But I should have had that choice. I need some
Smoke.
air.
Berg. It occurs to you here. If it is true that Jashawn Raphael wrote this note, and if your note proves true, that has implications. That suggests a great lie has been told. And you put it together. Smoke and Ember don't. It's hard to in this moment. It's emotional. You're enough removed from the emotions of this that it clicks into place. That's worrying. That has implications.
If Smoke's gonna leave the room, I ask Ember to follow.
Follow Smoke or you?
Smoke. Care for your sister.
She doesn't want to see me right now.
Then you make your choice to know the burden of what I do. I share the note with Ember.
Ember.
I've been bearing burdens all my life, baby. Give me one more. Let's
I think Onyx would.
You have
Big shoulders, no
Oh,
sleep.
Oh yeah,
before.
Onyx also was in the room.
I'm
that
also
whole
just
time,
here.
so everyone knows. Yeah, Onyx.
I
think-
sometimes
Onyx, fuck
forget,
off. Go for
though.
Smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Onyx would probably leave and follow Smoke, but would say before leaving, if it matters, being given a choice is everything. And we'll leave.
Ember. Burgundy hands you a note that reads, "The Adethis must stand united, and this includes Diametros. Please meet me at the enclosed location to discuss the future of our once great nation. The 4 crowns must stand. A crown alone spells disaster."
I'm fucking shaking, Adam. Jesus Christ.
Ember.
I did
mean-
things.
Chose violence this morning.
Always.
He's sexy as fuck, but without the rest of the houses. I don't know how you feel about it.
I know.
They stood as pillars. Maria. House or fail. House to love. We don't know their fates. We could only save the one. And we've preserved the strength of one house, Eastfall, over all others.
When you mention pillars, Ember just like bristles. Okay. Right. So
There is a location enclosed in the note as well.
Is there a time, Adam? Are we on a timeline?
No?
Okay.
where's the location?
It is in a. You don't know the ship that well, so you don't know the like districts.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
there are instructions on how to get there, so you don't know really like, is it the nice part of town? Is it the bad part of town? Like you're uncertain, but you just have pretty clear instructions on how to get there. Onyx, as you step out of the room and into the hallway to follow Smoke, your foot hits something that Smoke's just by chance missed. A note.
Also, ADH Adventures, thank you so much for the raid, folks. Welcome on in. Happy to have you.
I pick it up and read it.
Leaving all these notes around.
It reads,
This is so
this.
weird.
"Time is short. Come now." You don't know who it's for, but it was left somewhere where one of you would find it. I think Smoke and their distraction and hurt maybe just happened to step over it, but your foot felt it. You stopped. You looked.
I'll pick it up. I'll take it. I guess I'm not gonna try to hide it. I'll just hold it. And do I pass any sentries on the way?
Make a perception check.
Thank you so much.
Boo. Boo, Adam. Boo. What is this?
Make a per sentry check.
Percentage track.
Oh, I'm proficient. 14.
You see some sentries, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Son of a bitch. I wait.
Why say it like that?
As you step outside, there was a quick deal that Shren made. You see Shren and Vellix approaching from a distance, kind of tucking around the side to not alert the guards. Unless, Shren, do you want to walk in kind of like, fuck you, I got past you?
Yeah, like up the street, no, but right in front of the house, like, yeah, obviously.
Okay.
Like, hey, weren't you supposed to be? Where you been? I've been doing all
Okay.
kinds of shit.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Right.
But you watch as they're slowly approaching. So
I grab
And as Onyx would step outside, you would see smoke has climbed up onto like, I imagine that this is like a multi-floor house, and there's like some little kind of like smaller roofing parts over some of the windows. Smoke has scampered up and is just kind of sitting on the roof. And by scampered up, she probably levitated up.
I would, if you'll let me for a flavor, I'd like to use that spell again.
The flame foot spell?
Yeah, and I want to
Yeah.
I want to Iron Man up.
You're robbed.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh
Scorch-
my gosh, stop,
scorch marks
stop,
everywhere.
Stop. And I just cast
Why should I
levitate.
not alert
I just cast
the
levitate
sentry?
on.
The guards are all
Onyx.
like, what the fuck?
It's
Thought we
fine.
were the troublemakers.
It's fine.
Yeah, Shren, as you like stride up being like all proud, none of them are looking at you, and you just kind of like realize the moment's been missed and just kind of slip inside annoyed.
This is exactly how I planned it, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just kick on the boots.
I would like levitate. I would levitate Onyx over.
You see that floating? Oh, let's go inside.
Still goes, spins a little bit.
It's pretty good.
Thanks, they're new.
I didn't make those for you.
Well, you taught me how to fix myself, and I thought, what if I did a little bit more?
It's pretty good.
How are you?
Mad, but I get it. I get why she did it. I don't like it. But to be honest, I probably would have done the same thing. It's weird when you... We've been each other's keepers for so long. And scared to go farther than the other, I think. And if whatever is in this note is, I don't know, if this person, Shren, is a biological parent of mine, where the fuck did they leave me?
I don't... Well,
And why toy with me by asking that now? That seems so stupid. I don't want to be used. I'm not some fucking pawn. I'm a person.
No, you're not. You're not a pawn. You're... a doctor. A mechanic. A friend. Someone I care about. I understand why you're mad. It is... You should have been given the choice. I understand what it's like not being given a choice, and that's unfortunate. But like you said, we define who we are.
Yeah,
So,
thank you. Can you say that middle bit again? Where you said you care about me, that was nice.
I care about you, Smoke. That's not a secret. Although a
Care
lot
about
of
you
those have
too.
been shared. Oh, sorry.
Don't apologize for that. Thanks for coming out after me. I can be dramatic sometimes.
No. I think it was... maybe I shouldn't put correct in front of it, but I think the correct response. But as you said with organics, right and wrong, it's messy. You organics are messy.
Tim, fuck off.
I'm so
This
sorry.
Zoom chat is out of control. You're the
Genuine
Trying to have a nice moment here.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
I
sorry.
could build one.
That is
that's all I'm
not.
saying.
That is not what I expected
I
to
would
read.
help him.
Looking
I
over.
would help him.
Trying to have a
Oh
nice
my God.
I'm
moment.
so sorry. I will just send those direct to Faye.
yeah. Send those to me as DM.
Right.
I'll direct those. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Have you
I'm so
levitated
sorry.
Onyx? Am I still just like in the air? Or am I on the
No,
roof?
I put you next to me
Okay.
on the roof.
Onyx would grab Smoke's hand. Listen. Whatever happens, I'll be here.
Me too. They can try and give me whatever fucking title they want. I don't want it.
And you don't have to take it.
I'm just Smoke. No last name. No titles. Just me.
Just you.
I just kind of like tuck in a little bit and be mad for a few moments, but not at Onyx.
Been a hectic day. Details are easy to miss. Not necessarily for you. You're
Don't
good
remember this, Adam.
Never.
at
never. details. I never miss details. What do you mean?
But as you and Ember look over this note, the one delivered to you, you see it's lined with silver. And you get the sense perhaps this note wasn't directed to just you. You are the representative of Diametros, but the silver linings are all from Diametros. This might be something that concerns everyone. Shren and Vellix enter.
Oh, that feels better. And he would just kind of like wipe down his face as he becomes his dragonborn self again.
Absolutely.
Adam, would
Yes.
in the kind of research that I did do about the houses, would I have known really anything other than like the names of the heads of the other houses for the Earth and
To love?
yes, yeah. Like I have a bunch of like world information written down, but I don't know.
Do you want the leaders' names?
Well, I was just wondering if she like knew any progeny of anyone else other than like
Sure.
the
The year the
main
Fire
people.
Nation attacked.
None. All legitimate.
Right. But like of like legitimate heirs, were there many for the other houses? Were there any for the other houses?
Most of the royal houses had like a lot of contingencies.
Okay.
Brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles,
Okay.
children.
Sure.
Like,
Okay.
They're like kind of line of succession, basically.
Sure.
But with the chaos, but you have this note. Its edges etched with silver, inviting you to a very specific location.
Who was sending all of these?
Each note came from a different person, it seems.
It's a good question, Ember.
Awfully convenient, isn't that? Adam?
Nice.
Listen, all right. Sometimes your hand is forced. Sometimes you do a
think-
little bad writing for some better good writing down the line.
As I see our two new good friends approach, I'll share my note with them as well.
I will kind of like flick it with my finger. I'll be like, seems like we've got to handle this soon.
Handle what?
Smoke and Onyx enter.
We have a
after
date,
little
my
bit of
friends.
time.
We come back in.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
A location to meet for more information.
Oh, and I found this. And it's the.
You see another note with its edges lined with silver that says, "Time is short. Come now."
Adam, can I make a perception check for when Onyx speaks? I'd like to see if he has a tongue.
God damn it, Tim.
Oh, you son of a-
I thought that was gonna be so like. Is there something
I was
wrong that I
ready for
don't know?
Tim to just be like, I'm gonna fucking wreck this house, wreck all of you, and he's
If
out
he
there
doesn't
saying,
have
And he
one,
did.
we're
He
always
still
with
did that.
I'm gonna rein us in here.
just
I'm gonna
put
rein
it
us
out
in here.
there.
This is great. I'm gonna rein us in here though. You have a note. You have a location. What would you like to do?
as smoke comes in the room, I will need you to honor Tim's perception check at some point. It doesn't have to be now, but at some
Sure.
point.
Next session we'll.
I got a 4.
Okay.
So I get
He
to
Doesn't
has,
we have to
he
fight?
has 3 tongues. You think maybe it's like
Congratulations!
I've
Holy
heard that.
shit!
I've heard that.
As I
Noted.
come back in the room, I look at the silver linings standing with me. We all got our secrets, okay? And that's fine. But if the secret impacts somebody else, please give them the choice. I'm not mad at you, MB. I'm just mad that I didn't get to choose. I get it. So,
I mean, the choice is all yours now.
sure is. So if we're gonna go, we go together. And let's just not throw each other under the bus, okay? I'm sorry, Berg, you're the one with inspirational speeches, but I felt inspired, I guess.
What would
You're
you all like to
perfect.
do?
Everyone together.
Well, let's go.
Okay.
Need to slip the guard, or do we think
I'm
this
going
is
now.
more
We don't need to.
official?
We're official. No more ashes. Let's go.
Before we go, I am going to... No, I think I'm good. I thought I was going to do something, and I do not.
So you make your way through the Andolu, following the directions that have been provided, and you come to the location with some ease. It's not a hard place to find with the directions that you've been given. And as you step towards the room, you feel in the pit of your stomach an immediate sense of wrongness. The hairs on your arms stand at end, and sweat begins to bead at your forehead.
Didn't know I had that.
You don't, but listen.
Some saliva swishes
Water
around your
falls from the
mouth.
Tongue
ceiling.
out,
It
and
doesn't
exactly.
have a
lands on
tongue.
your
Does he
forehead.
have saliva? There's the question.
It is-
Sorry if they don't know.
It is dim
Oil lubricant.
within the room. A swinging overhead lamp.
Leave Adam
Okay.
do his exposition. Let him do
I'm
it.
so sorry.
I'm just gonna wrap it up.
No, do it, Adam. Please, please, please. We want that.
It
We
is
want it.
dim within the room, a swinging overhead lamp, creating an unsettling strobing effect and making it hard for your eyes to adjust to the dark. It is so quiet. You have never heard quiet as deep and unforgiving as this. It is the sort of terrible quiet that settles in your bones and never goes away. That horrible, hungry, haunting quiet of disaster. As you step inward into the room, weapons in hand, eyes fervently darting, you all fall still as you see it. Splayed on the wall like a twisted piece of art, central to the room for all to see, a grisly vision is pinned before you. The face is the first thing you see and the first thing you look away from, an expression of horror, untold, unimaginable terror. Upon the brow rests a sapphire crown, its gems dull and lustreless. The arms crack and smolder, thin wisps of steam rising from the burning flesh that was once so like water. The legs are stone, fused to the wall, pinning this half statue upright and in view. But it is the center that your eyes linger the longest, not due to any desire, but out of a morbid curiosity and overwhelming uncertainty of what you are beholding. Where a chest might once have been is naught but an open circle of air. On the wall behind this space, blood has been used to crudely draw 4 pillars around an orb. One of these pillars is broken. One of these pillars has fallen. The bottom pillar. Maria Mataris, Queen of the Southern Reaches, the Tide Singer, the Rain Caller, the Pillar of the South, is dead. And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Jesus fucking
Of
Christ,
course.
You can tell we're all just nervous because we're just riffing all over the place. We know something. You've let us play too long, and we know something bad is coming.
Something bad is coming, so you
We're
riff.
trying to
absolutely.
cope
Listen,
with all of the trauma.
Listen, if anyone's
my
guilty of doing
feelings.
that, it's me.
Oh my
Nervously
gosh.
riffing, that's my vibe.
Thank you all so much to everyone who has joined us tonight. This is At the Edge of All Things, our interim campaign between Campaign 1 and Campaign 2 here at Blackwater D&D. Adam in the DM seat with myself, Tim, and Cody here from Blackwater, and our fantastic, wonderful, marvelous guests, Roz, Faye, and Bam. We are so privileged to be able to bring this to you Monday after Monday until the end
And
of November.
Make
Adam?
sure to join us next week for episode 6, The Killer.
Oh, God.
Stop.
It could not be
Stop
that,
doing
Adam.
this to
It
me.
could be
Crazy,
party.
you already gave it a title?
My
That's great.
body, I am weak.
I've given them all titles. I've given every episode a
That's
title.
not-
I have had to change the title one time.
Doesn't make it better.
Because
So we
5 was supposed to be the end, though.
Yeah, no, I had changed twice then. Did have to
we
adjust
are
some
gonna
stuff.
go raid this evening. I'm not sure who we're gonna raid, and I will find that in the out. I'm gonna go take a look at who is still playing the Dungeons and the Dragons this evening because it's probably not
It's
a lot of
late.
people.
I apologize, but y'all are so fun to play with.
I just don't
It's hard
want
not
to
to continue playing.
stop. That's the cruel
I
part. Is that
know.
I'm like, oh no, the killer. Let's keep going.
Oh yeah,
There's some
let's
people
Play
in
episode
better-
6
That
now.
session happened, and that was cool and stuff.
There's someone streaming right now who says meet the tallest dwarf in the world, so that's enough for me.
Adam, you're in
think
2
that's
places?
Great. We're gonna go raid those wonderful folks.
I'm
so
6'3".
please welcome them in. It says Blackwater wants you to be safe. We are back on Wednesday with the Rage Saga, and we will be back on Saturday. Please come join our Discord, check out our YouTube, all of these wonderful things, and holy bananas. If your best friends are secretly not secretly, they're just hoarding secrets from each other, make sure you tell them you love them and be safe.
Be safe.
Be safe, everyone. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Or